He might not be from Krypton, but he's heads above the rest. His knowledge can't be questioned. You can put it to the test. So if you want to hear the truth and have nowhere else to go, I'll give you the solution. Just tune into his show and just kneel before Zod. Kneel before Zod. Kneel before Zod. Kneel before Zod.
And welcome back, everybody, to the Phantom Zone. It is the most earth-breaking, ground-shaking, but never media show money-taking. The man, the myth, the legend, the most electrifying villain in all of YouTube entertainment today. And tonight, I have my co-stars running a little bit late, but they'll all be here. But hello, everybody. Hello. Great to see you in these times, times that we're living in, these times of crisis indeed. We're going to be tackling that tonight because I got a lot to say. Haven't gone on the Twitter, haven't really talked to anyone about my feelings and opinions, because why talk to one or two people in threads when I could just spit a bunch of shit here on my channel and give my feelings about what's going on. Because even at work, at my job, I've had people come up to me and go, Zod, what do you think? Being you were in the service and you've actually trained with these people. And by these people, I mean the Russian people. What do you think about the current situation, the climate of the world? And I've got a lot to say about that. I'm going to have some people coming on with me tonight to help me illuminate that situation. But let me see who I got in the chat before I jump into the craziest that's going on. Let me see. We got Planet Q's Queen. What's up, Planet Q's Queen? Good to see you. Don't worry. I understand with the laptops. Lemon Pie, my favorite pie. How you doing? Christine, and a good morning to you. Good to see you. We got South Florida Drifter. Hello. Jenny Godden. How are you, Jenny? Good to see you here. We have Rose Matters. How are you? DJH Record Hound. What's up? Killy Chow, welcome, Killy Chow. Good to see you. We have Jane Creek. How are you, Jane Creek? We have the beautiful and lovely bitchy unicorn, who you guys know because she rules side by side with Azad. We have, let me see, Janie Davis. What's up, Janie Davis? Good to see you. So I'm going to dive into a couple of things. And, I'm going to start off the night a little bit lighthearted because some of the stuff we'll be talking about is quite depressing, very serious. And, here on the channel, I don't like to get into that kind of like seriousness and being a downer. But I think, what's up, Geekocile Tendencies? I think it is important to lay out some things that aren't being considered, talk about some stuff, give my position on how I feel about everything. I think I have a good understanding of, well, not this situation, but of the people involved and the history behind it and stuff like that. So hopefully I could shed some light. Holy crap, my phone is bright. Oh my goodness. All right. Yeah, but anyways, I got some good insights to give into this. So, hey, Generation Productions 2. There's a 2? Oh, okay. And it's got a little Max Payne logo. What's up, GP? So tonight we're going to get into the Russia-Ukrainian battle that's going on, everything going on with that. We're going to break it all down. I got a special guest you haven't seen in a while, but who's not new here. They should be popping in here soon. I kind of want to wait to deep dive into the whole situation and give you guys some things you may or may not know about the whole situation. But they've got a lot of good info, which they dropped in our group chat. So I'm waiting for them to show up. And then, but first things first, I want to talk about the ridiculousness. Now, if you guys remembered my last stream, I did a stream with Miss Whoopi Goldberg, and I said I understood what she was saying. Now I'm going to take the complete opposite on this one. Let's talk about Joy Behar. Oh my, I have hated this woman for years, probably more than I hate Whoopi's position on a lot of things. But I want to play for you guys something. A clip for Mrs. Joy Behar. I'm probably going to get hit for this. I got hit for the last Whoopi clip that I played, but you guys got to hear this. You got to hear for yourself how self-centered, narcissistic, and just a downright fucking travesty of a human being this lady is. So let's go to the clips. Clip time. Share some audio here. Share some audio. I do apologize if there's an echo. I'm not. Wait, I'll throw my headset in so that way we don't have a big echo. And I want you guys to hear something. And I believe in giving context before I make a statement. So I'm just going to play for you guys. Put one earphone in, looking professional. I'm just going to play for you guys a little clip. Hey! No. So let me play a clip of our sensitive broadcasting, okay? This is some top-notch broadcasting. These women are tackling the tough questions of this Ukraine situation. And I want you guys to hear the compassion coming from Joy Behar as she gives us her insight of why she's so disappointed with what's going on. She is heartbroken. And this is so astonishingly stupid that I have to play it for you guys so you can hear the stupidity of this woman's statement. So let's...
Estimates are 50,000 Ukrainians will be dead or wounded, and that this is going to start a humanitarian crisis, a refugee crisis in Europe. We're talking about 5 million people that are going to be displaced. I mean, it's heartbreaking to hear
heartbreaking
what
indeed.
is
I
going
agree.
to happen.
Well, I'm scared of what's going to happen in
Why are
Western
you
Europe
scared?
too.
Yeah.
You know, you plan a trip, you want to go there. I want to go to Italy for 4 years. I haven't been able to make it because of the pandemic, and now this. You know, it's like what's gonna happen there?
So it's the most self-conscious move that anyone has ever done. She brings up that due to the pandemic and this horrendous thing going on with the Ukrainians, you mean these people being bombed to shit and their country being attacked? I am so sorry for you that your fucking trip to Italy got ruined. Oh, for shame, Russia. The ultimate crime here, the true travesty here, the absolute, hey, Cherry, the absolute travesty is that Joy Behar will not make it to fucking Italy. Are you out of your fucking mind? Like, this is a serious question. Is this woman fucking stupid? Everybody in the chat, put a 1 if you think she's fucking stupid. Put a 2 if you don't. Don't worry, I'll wait. Because I'm curious. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just being overreactive and I'm just being an asshole. But is that not the stupidest fucking tone deaf, insensitive, narcissistic? And this wasn't Whoopi Goldberg context where she was referencing literature and they were having a back and forth conversation. This narcissistic person who, mind you, has been gone and just came back, her only worry was, oh my God, I'm not going to make it to Italy. Oh, you know what? My heart bleeds for you, Joy, that you won't make it to fucking Italy. Not that the people there, thank you, Kiefer. Not that the people there are going through some shit. Not that we're having bombs dropped. Not that this could be potentially a nuclear. No, I've done some bad lead-ins on my time doing this. I've done some pretty bad and I've said some insensitive stuff. But I don't think I've ever in my life thought, oh my God, millions of people are dying due to fucking tanks and ships bombing off the coast. God, I'm really not going to be able to take that fucking cruise. Are you kidding me, lady? Are you fucking serious right now? Out of everything to tackle, out of all of the shit you could have led with, you decided to make a fucking joke. And then tried to play it seriously because I'm sure she read the room and they were like, ooh, it's Whoopi all over again. And Joy Behar. These bitches have been on a roll with dumb shit they said. Yes, I don't give a hook about that disgusting set of propagandists. No. Wookie, I just like pointing it out because I do agree with you. It is really... it's really stupid, but I don't want it to be all serious. Want to throw some stuff in there because it's funny to me. It astonishes me that there would be such an insensitive comment, such as, hey, I'm not gonna fucking be able to go on vacation. Hey, Squirrel, we were just talking about, I was gonna take a trip. I was gonna take a vacation to Italy, and it got ruined because of the bombing and the people being murdered. I hate when
Oh,
that happens.
that's so unfortunate.
Yeah, yeah.
Whatever. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
I don't know. I'm so privileged. My privilege is really hurting right now. I, in my soul, I wanted to travel to Italy, and because of the bombing and the death and the mayhem, I guess that's off the table. This fucking okay. I'm just gonna say it. I think I get a free pass on this, Janie Davis. This fucking cunt has the balls to lead in
Hi,
with
chat.
with oh my God, what is my vacation gonna look like? I played the clip. I thought this was a Whoopi situation, man. I
Right.
thought this was a Whoopi situation where we'd be like, she had some points there. You know what I mean? I got what she was saying. It was how she
Right.
worded it. This was not a mistake.
No.
Like, you heard that clip, right? And
Yeah, or they're in the middle of the conversation. That one gal's going on, and she's actually being meaningful. She's very concerned about Ukraine and Russia and the invasion and everything else that's going on, right? Altercation, whatever you want to call it at this point. And she was very genuine. And then Joy added in, I am too. And then, what about my vacation?
like, yeah, I care, but prices are really going up these days. Like, Jesus Christ. And we're gonna get to some more tone deaf people here. Well, we've got a show for you guys tonight. I really wanted Mad. Thank you for coming. I really wanted Mad here because she's dug up a lot of things. So we're gonna get into the minutia and give our opinions. And spoiler alert, you might not like my view, but I'll get into explaining why I'm taking the position I'm taking on it. But
Where's PV?
I think he's might be in a small coma. I
I
don't
sent
know.
him a message and said, "What the hell's wrong with you?" No kidding. No, I just said, "Where are you at, Muffin?" So I don't know. He might have. Oh, Big Rich will be by shortly though, because he knows about the topic. So he's like, "Oh yeah, he'll come chill."
Cool. I can't wait. This is going to be a very good talk. And who knows how long this is going to go. Chat, this is completely open to you, and everybody is free to chime in. I think that, as I said on Twitter, this is an important discussion to have because I feel like it's very nuanced and we're not getting all the nuance behind it.
Mm-hmm.
And I really want to dive deep into the long-standing things. So before I read the chat, I'll give you guys some background. Now, if you guys don't know, I do talk about my service. I do mention a story when I've been to Russia and I've met them. More specifically, I trained with their military because of special operations. We cross-train with different operations. At that time,
Now,
before this,
just a question, not to interrupt, but was this with the I'm going to say generally the scary Russian, like
yes, the
okay.
300 pounds. They're like, oh, you tiny man, how do you make it to the military? You're so know. That's what he said to me. And I was like, well, I'm not that tiny. Like, I got, look at him. He's funny. He's this guy. That's what I used to say. Yeah.
Sasha, shut up. I know.
He's
Janie,
like,
Janie, I sent PB a DM on Facebook, so hopefully he'll get that one. I knew about his Twitter being a mess, so apologies, sorry to interrupt, but Sasha, tell me more.
so, and I'm here to tell you, you're gonna hear a lot of things, how they're getting beat, they're disorganized, blah blah blah. Russia is not disorganized. They plan shit. They don't care. They're very ruthless. Putin in particular is very ruthless. And this is just, before I get to the comments, this is my stats. I'm going to throw my hot take out here. And we'll go into why in a second. But I think it's a terrible idea for the U.S. to get involved. I think it's a terrible idea really for anybody to get involved. And I will tell you why. Because nuclear weapons. People forget there are only 3 superpowers in the world that have nuclear weapons. And spoiler alert, Russia is one of them. And bigger spoiler alert, there's a crazy guy who runs Russia. And I don't mean like he's certifiable, because he's been planning this clearly for a long time. I mean, this isn't anything new, in case you guys don't know the history. Russia and the Ukraine have had tensions probably for about as long as Palestine has had tensions with the Israelites, right? The Israelites and the Palestinians. They've had tension going back that far. This is beyond just resources for them. This is a deep cultural hatred. And we did this once before, and it was Afghanistan. And I personally lost friends there. And spoiler alert for anyone who doesn't know, if you don't think that wasn't about oil, we've already established years later it was. It was monetary gain. And I feel like the U.S. is in this for the same exact reason. Do not mistake this. This is not altruistic in any way, shape, or form. The U.S. wants more crude, more resources, okay?
Yep.
And I refuse to fight for a resource grab. I refuse to lose my friends or put up my life for a resource grab. I think that it is throwing people's lives away for political pandering bullshit. And that's just my honest opinion. And I love America. I will die for anybody that I've served with. That's our code. That's our creed. But I will die for the soldiers. We all know about not the government, but the politicians in charge. Right. Half of the stupid shit that's happened. Half of the people who have laid their life down for this country have died because of a fucking guy in Washington who had his hair up his ass about a country and a resource he wanted. And I'm not talking out of my ass. You can ask anybody. Go to YouTube. There's what's his name? 49K Fox? 69K Fox? 40, did he rebrand? 49K Fox, okay? Shellback. Anyone who served, they will tell you themselves too, or anybody. Ask an uncle, ask a grandpa, okay? There is no worse feeling than being around a bunch of people who have died. And when you ask your government what it was for fucking resources. It was to take something from another country. And that's what this is about. Biden doesn't have an altruistic standing. He's got investments in this shit. And we're going to dive into that. But I think that this is a case, and I hate to be one of these guys, but this is a case where we need to come to some kind of fucking diplomacy. We need to lay out something that is going to be not going to work. Because if we start something with Russia is not going to back down. And Putin has said that. And I don't know about you, Squirrel, but I believe the man. He specifically said he does not give a fuck about the UN. And I'm paraphrasing here. He doesn't give a fuck about the UN, and he doesn't give a fuck about the US. I mean, has anything I said sound like wrong or anything? And I'm going to get to the comments in just a second here, but what do you think? Uh-oh. Did I lose you? Hello? Oh.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, what the hell? Okay. No, I was going to say it's not just Iraq and it's not just Afghanistan. I mean, we're talking Vietnam, we're talking Grenada, we're talking Iran Contra. We're talking about a lot of different events in the past, South America in general. You know, accidents that happened in midair. Anyway, Air America, things like that. There's a lot of history with, I don't know, what do you want to call it? Influential acts of the United States. And so you should always be questioning your authority at every given time. Well, this is war. It's different. And I've heard that. And I understand. Because when I'm on Twitter, I don't post. I don't get heavy into anything. I just kind of stay neutral because opinions on Twitter are like assholes. You know what I'm saying? Like
And
everybody.
everybody's got one. And just to
Exactly.
warn
You
people,
know,
we're going to get deep into this. And you're free to say whatever you want. You guys know me. You know how my
yeah,
chat runs. As long as you're not an asshole about it, you're free to say what you want to us, how you
absolutely.
feel. But this is
Yeah.
important to talk about. I think this is why we're at where we're at right now. Nobody wants to fucking talk because what is it? Money, money, money. I was saying that. My daughter's
Mhm.
here. She was laughing. You know, the school, the Mr. Krabs thing. But that's what it is. And I'm not just some asshole saying this who's not seen a fucking conflict. I fucking witnessed this. I've witnessed some snarmy little fucking senator sitting up on his fucking high horse while he sends us out there to do grimy shit that I can't sleep at night. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
meanwhile, he's drinking his fucking cognac and signing a fucking bill. And this
Right.
is just the reality, people. I'm not going to bullshit you. I never have. Okay. I've literally witnessed this. I've witnessed those snarmy little fucking cocksuckers up in Washington as I'm sitting there waiting to help a village. And then the word comes down, oh no, it's all good. Let all these people die because it's not profitable for us. But let's save these people here because we can get some shit from there. And this whole
Right.
thing is about that, and we're going to get into that, but I want to get to the comments first. Sorry, I'm
Oh,
going to
please
be
go right
ranting a
ahead.
lot.
No, it's
Yeah.
fine. It's all right. You know, I'm just letting you go because we and I had a talk earlier today. And my God, there's just a lot to unpack here. And we're going to try to keep it light. But at the same time, though, there's a reality. And I think the problem with Americans, like why so many people, you know, for example, I'm sure everybody here has someone around them that's like, what's going on with Russia? Like, whoa, I didn't know where that was coming from. Um, whereas, like, a lot of us who might be reading, who've been keeping up on this, and I've been just nonstop on Twitter anyway for days, but for months, I've been watching this carefully because I run a news group that's on a different social media, a couple different social media platforms just to CYA because of censorship stuff. And we've been watching this for a while. And the Russia thing is not a surprise, nor will it be when China decides that they want to go over and borrow Taiwan permanently. I don't know what you want to call that. Um,
The long-term lease plan.
yeah, the long-term lease plan. So I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's going on. So any input is always valuable to have the open forum of conversation. It's so early in the middle of this. There's a lot of lives that are being lost. I feel it's completely unnecessary. That's kind of how I feel. I know there's a time where war is inevitable, but I just feel like this scenario, there's so many things that could have been done to prevent it. That's all. So yes, feel free to rant as you will. I'll shut up.
South Florida Drifter said, damn, Zod. Yeah, this is a kind of rant, and I'm going to tell you why. Because you know who I feel bad for? I'll tell you, people. I do have feelings for the Ukrainians. I do, just like everyone else. I feel bad for the people. The fucking civilians that are caught in this crossfire, they're the fucking victims. But I don't pity the Ukrainian government, and I sure as shit don't pity the Russian government. This is a pissing contest between two powers, and the poor fucking people, the fucking people stuck in the middle as always. I can't tell you guys how many fucking children I've held, okay, when I was in fucking Africa and when I was in Uganda and Zimbabwe, and I fucking carried children out of villages fucking burning to the ground, okay? I have no love for the bureaucracy of this. I believe in law. I believe in the justice system, and I do believe in the government, but I don't believe in using people as chess pieces in a political shell game, because the people that are being moved around, the victims, they're the ones who always feel the repercussions of this. It's never the asshole sitting up top at Washington. It's not. I don't know what they have in Russia, the oligarch or whatever that shit is. It's not them. They're gonna be fucking pretty drinking their fucking drinks. You know who's gonna feel it? The people on the ground. And people in Russia are gonna be brainwashed by that bullshit they call news. And news. You think our news is bad there? Here, holy fuck, the propaganda running in Russia right now, guys, would fucking astonish you.
And China,
like it was the 30s.
That's insane. Like, that's the part where the power of propaganda within these countries is astounding. Like, I was reading some stuff about. I've been trying to keep up with stuff on China, like that social media service, Weibo, that's through China. They're a mess. They're basically saying if anyone says anything against Russia, that with so many occurrences, they'll lose their little point system that they have against their citizens, like their little U.S. citizen pass, for good conduct, and it's like, oh my God, this is the kind of propaganda they're doing to kind of spin it on their citizens, but they're also dropping hints about Taiwan and how it's always been a part of China. So therefore, it's just they feel the same way about Taiwan, and also eventually it'll be that series of islands in dispute with Japan that they have. That's another story, but they feel the same way that Russia does about the Ukraine. Is like, oh well, this is ours. It's like, oh man, I don't want to be involved in this shit show. I don't want to do it. I would imagine how just everyone being displaced and all of this blood and gore and all this stuff that's going on. I don't know. It's just hard. It's just beyond belief seeing stuff very similar to one and the other. Does that make sense?
I did what Lemon Pie says I agree and disagree with you on different points. I don't want us to be at war. However, Ukrainian victim here, this is not just a beef between equals. I'm thinking about the long-term ramifications. I'll get into that because there's one thing that factors into this that hasn't factored into wars before, and that's the nukes. And everybody says, oh, no one's crazy enough to launch the nukes. Well, I gotta say, I believe I've seen a lot of people, and I believe Putin is a person who is, because like in the Planet Q's Queens thing, I believe Putin is that person who would push the button. It's scary. I don't like to think about it. I never get heavy into the stuff on my channel, but if there is one person I believe who would go that route for national pride, I believe it's that man. Because one thing about Russia is they are very sore losers. They've held a grudge against us, don't mistake it, since the fucking Cold War. Okay? These are not people who let shit go. And I don't believe, especially when they think they've got such a great positioning, if something was to mess that up, I don't think he'd let it go. I mean, that's just my impression that I get. Because like Planet Q's Queen says, Putin does feel like a dictator, but I'll be honest with you, never felt like dictatorship left Russia. Just like, I've been there. Doesn't feel like it changed much, except for you could say shit out in the streets now. You could be a little bit crazier, but I don't think that feeling ever left that country. They never really recovered after the wall was taken down.
Right.
Like, they went through an economic recession over there really bad, and it took them years to even get to a position to position themselves to make moves like this. And it was beefing up their military and their government. Okay.
Right.
They've, unlike us, been strengthening their government, been strengthening their position, been moving stuff around for years. And we're going to talk about the moves they've been making for this day. Folks, this doesn't happen. Okay. If you're a good leader, you don't just attack somebody overnight. This isn't like you wake up and go, you know what? Fuck the Ukraine. I'm going in.
Right. This is something
like that would be like America waking up and going, you know what? Those fucking Canadians have been across the way for so long, and they're just fucking annoying us. So we're just gonna go take their shit. War doesn't work like that. There's very strategic moves, and there's years and years of planning. that goes into the day you're going to launch an attack. We talk about this. The greatest attacks, the greatest military strategies of all time
Right.
have taken years and luck.
Mhm.
And this wasn't just something where Putin woke up and said, yeah, fuck the Ukraine, I'm going in. He's been laying down the groundwork for this shit for years, testing the waters to see who was going to stop him, who wasn't, getting his allegiances ready, moving the chessboard. So this isn't just a game of checkers we're playing. This is a long-term game of chess, and
Yeah,
you got to
it's
be careful.
and I don't think other than okay, you have the media saying, okay, this is what they're telling people. It's, oh, they just want to reunite the Soviet Union, and that is the ultimate goal. Well, it's also about taking the control back from the Western influences that were affecting the Ukraine, and because they have there's a lot of corporations there. There is a lot of funding there from the United States, and other corporations, other countries. It's not just the U.S. But they primarily are going after the U.S. vicariously through the Ukraine, obviously. And so that is their goal, at least as far as I can tell. But once again, it is what do you call it? A dick sizing contest between these political leaders, and they use people as cannon fodder. And that's the thing that's always pissed me off. Like people to them are a statistic, and also propaganda pieces, one way or the other, whether that's their soldiers or the victims. That's how sick war is. War is not fair, and it's not pretty, right? So watching this play out, I mean, there's so much video and so much stuff that's been posted online. A lot of it you have to go through with a fine-tooth comb, um, because a lot of it's either not from this war, it's from some other war or other exchange that Ukraine had, like back in 2014 or 2016. So there's a lot of propaganda coming out of both sides. Russia's just leading the cause, but there's been some from the Ukraine side too. So it's like having to clean that out and being able to verify footage, which is really hard to do, because we don't. My concern is never want to promote a war in one way or the other when the fog of war is still on. Like, we're in the middle of fog of war. So right now we're going based on what they're willing to tell us, but we have to keep in mind that even the numbers they're releasing of, well, we killed this many people and that many people, that's a form of propaganda, because we like we don't know for
Let me
sure.
tell you something. One thing I know for sure, and I'm telling you guys from being in the service, they never released the actual numbers of who died or or how many we killed. They legally can't. You cannot
Right.
release those numbers. Everything that you guys hear are rough estimates that the brass is allowed to give the general public. We can't just say,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, we killed 150
So
people. It was a good
I don't know
day." It
I
just
don't know. I don't know if you know the answer to this question, but I'm just going to throw it at you. What is the usual timeline? I know I'm making guesses in my head just based on it, but what is usually the timeline of the accuracy of numbers? Usually it's been a few years, that they actually give quality numbers on any
it,
war. So we know, just like Iraq or anywhere else, like how many casualties or things like that.
it's whenever the information becomes declassified. So what will happen is we'll go to war, and they have a classification, and it depends on what was involved and everything behind that, because
Hmm.
like if you're talking like predator missile fire and some sticky shit, then they
Hmm.
tend to keep those numbers until a sometimes that shit gets leaked, or b they get so much pushback eventually when people come out of it and they're like, hey, what was, the
Right.
actual cause, then the military will declassify stuff. But some of that shit you guys haven't gotten accurate even to this day. I can guarantee you, even the Afghanistan numbers aren't accurate.
Oh yeah.
I could
Yeah.
almost put money on that to this day. Vietnam might be, but it's like what years. So they're like, oh, it's died down. People have pretty much moved on, and that's when you'll see stuff leak out slowly, or files get lost. People just don't record keeping. We'll say gets bad, and so that stuff gets shuffled, and people will come across it, and there'll be an expose, and then that's when you'll get the real numbers. But for the most part, probably in our lifetime, we'll never see the actual facts. And if you're talking fucking Russia, there'll be 3 more Putins before we get the fucking anything from them. Like, if that shit gets smuggled out by a reporter, then you'll hear about it. That's how there's still shit from back probably World
Right.
War that they haven't released. That's how tight they keep records over there. So, we're never gonna know the actual statistics. And GP, don't worry, we're gonna bring up our theory.
Oh.
And I'm just saying our theory because YouTube's sketchy. I'm just gonna say our theory about
Yeah, we're
China's
just talking.
involvement.
We're just
Yeah,
talking.
we're just. But
Geekus
make
Idol
no mistake.
says Geekus Idol had said that the numbers will usually come from the Red Cross. That's true. They do
Yep.
release some quality numbers from them, but like that, I was wondering on the military side because I know, like you were saying, with the special programs and mysterious findings, whatever the hell they call it.
And Jenny Godden has a pretty good point. And I'm not going to say it's as, hey, Rebecca, I'm not going to say it's as simple as just keeping your, because when you say that, you get the hardcore, God bless America people. And I'm not going either way on this. I know Wookie had made a comment about it. And look, I understand your frustration, but as somebody in the military who still has people serving there, I still have a stake in this. So I'm going to lay out my feelings on this. And,
I caught half of what he said because I was moving around the computer to the desk here.
yeah, I mean, I can understand your frustration, but I myself personally believe this is a very important conversation to have. And I like getting people's opinions on this because the reason why we're here is because we don't have cool chat like this, right? We're all talking, everybody's peaceful. Everybody's laying out their suggestions, just like Jenny Gotten says, it's going to cause a world war because people won't keep their noses out of it, even though they truly should.
Right.
And I agree. And I also agree with what I don't know if it was lemon pie.
Huh?
Oh, hey, face reveal.
Yeah, right. No, I had to set up.
Congratulations. This is a special show tonight. I don't know who said it earlier, but they said that they also said that hold on, yeah. I just wanted to point that out. Thank you, DJH Record Hound. I'm glad you agree with me. And look, people aren't going to agree with what I'm going to say, and that's fine. You're entitled to your own opinion. I'm coming at it from a perspective of I've lived this shit once, and I've seen what this cultivates. I've seen this shit. I lost a good friend of mine. Okay, and I still call his wife and his daughter every Christmas, Thanksgiving. It was my fault. Okay, I was supposed to be there, and he took the bullet I should have taken. I had gotten malaria, had a high fever. It was almost thought I was going to die. By the way, those pills are shit. But anyways, no,
Yeah, the malaria pills.
Yeah, the malaria pills are shit. They don't tell you that they may not work. They left that out of the fine print. But anyway, so I caught
Of course
something.
they did. How didn't you read the disclosure? No kidding. Hey,
So
Rich.
I caught malaria. I was supposed to lead an op. I was point, and my best friend, who was also my first, wind up taking my position because that's how it works. The second your but behind you takes the spot. So he took the spot, and Go Air Force. They didn't do another flyby. There was an unaccounted for sniper, and that is what happened there. So when I say this shit, folks, I don't just talk out because, oh, go conservative or go Democrat. I'm talking as a fucking human being that has been in the middle of this shit, heart to heart. Like, it's ugly, it's nasty, and the only people who fucking win are the people lucky enough to make it out. Those are the fucking winners. The few people that we're going to be able to say, those are going to be the fucking winners. Okay. Shit's going to be destroyed. Homes are going to be devastated. Lives are going to be lost. Children are going to be without parents. People who have built shops their whole life is going to be destroyed. And this is the fucking reality. Okay. And before people are quick to jump into shit, they need to remember these things because I don't forget. I don't sleep very well. It took me like I'm up to 8 years, and even now I'll wake up next to Bitchy in a cold sweat. Okay. So that is why I personally don't endorse it. I don't believe in it unless it's at the doorstep, because at the end of the day, the warning was, if anybody gets involved, it will be brought to their doorstep. And I think we need to find other ways around this shit besides just sending troops in. And it's not an altruistic mission that we're doing here. And we're gonna pull up some articles and bring up our facts,
Yeah.
but
And it won't
I
be as
just have
heavy
to.
the whole way through, but the point is like with all of this stuff that's gone on, there's consequences and there's no winners in war. There's just those left behind. And that really is it. There's always that burden or the reminders, and it can affect generations. It's just like any war, like whether that be a civil war, a border type war. Like somebody had made a really great tweet today, talking about, many people get confused the romanticism of the Spanish American War, and it gets lost a little bit that it's very different after everything is said and done. Like actually living through it is quite different. The romanticism
And
doesn't exist. You know what I
and
mean?
Jenny Gotten said the same thing, and I know this too, Jenny. And thank you, by the way. I don't know if I ever thanked you, but said, Zod, I was a part of the Navy. I've seen shit and I've lived through shit. Exactly. And Jenny knows. Anybody who's been in that kind of position, we all know, and it's hard to talk about. And why I'm talking about it with you tonight is because with the position that we're going to take on this and stuff like this, I don't want it to be looked at least for me, that it's some kind of political thing. Because you guys know I steer clear of politics. I've learned my lesson. I stay clear of it on this channel. I accept anyone as long as they like the content that I make. But when it comes to this, I'm talking as a fucking human being to other human beings.
Right.
Anybody who's lived through this shit or seen the shit that you've seen, uh, you know, I still got roof on. It's it's nothing you want to ever see in your life.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Right.
Hey, Big Rich, I'm sorry that was a heavy way to ease you in there. How you doing?
Oh, it's all good. I'm still waiting on that Cash App
You're
deposit.
so dumb.
I wasn't even gonna say nothing. Yeah, I'm still waiting for that money, squirrel. So whenever you just go ahead and slide me that money, so I can stay on here.
You're gonna be poor. Or like, where's my money? I don't know. No,
Nah, it's all good. I was dealing with some chaos,
he had an
saving the
outage.
world, so I had to
No.
deal with that first before I hopped on.
Really quick in chat, I'm just saying hi to people because I was in the middle of moving stuff when the first portion of the show when we were starting the conversation and before Big Rich popped in. But hello to Generation Productions and Kim Ryan, Lemon Pie, hi. Janie Davis, thank you very much for your comment earlier. You're lovely too. Rosa Matter. Oh geez. Let's see. I know Wookie was here earlier. Hello, Wookie. Rebecca. Hi, Becca. Jenny. Hello, Jenny. And scrolly. Sorry, guys. I'm catching up on chat. DJ H. Hi. How are you? And Keely Chow. Hi. Karen. Hi, Karen. It's our favorite Karen. She's chilling and probably listening. Scroll. Oh, Jane Creek. Yeah. See Jane Creek. She was talking about that gas line. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I like that. It's true. Lovely Sherry. Hi, lovely Sherry. Oh, Shalena. Hi, Shalena. She must be on her way home tonight. Long nights in South Florida Drifter. Hello. Scrolly. People are so okay.
And yes, geekicidal tendencies. I did do the NATO readiness exercise. It's not as sexy as it sounds. It's boring. It's So basically, anytime you do this stuff, it's getting into a certain position, what would you do, scenarios, that kind of a thing. It's not as sexy as it sounds. We all had moaned and groaned when doing that kind of stuff. So yeah, I've done it, and it's the unsexy part of the job. Jane Creek says, I personally don't subscribe to fake left propaganda.
Paradigm.
Paradigm. There we go. Oh, okay. I was leading towards propaganda
You wanted to
in
say it.
government.
You wanted
Yeah.
to say it.
In government, most ruthless, moral, bankrupt, rise to the top. Yeah.
Hi, Christine. I'm sorry, Christine. How are you? And also, Ancient One. Thank you, Ancient One, for doing the modding a little bit. Appreciate it.
Yes, Ancient One. Thank you very much. Welcome. I don't know if I said hi to you, but yeah, tonight's gonna be a bit of a heavier. Don't worry, we're gonna break it up. I do got some fun little articles in here. We'll talk about the ever popular. I got Sean Penn. I've got this Italian. I've got this Belgian sector thing we're leading off with. Squirrel, you picked some of these
Rich.
articles.
Yeah, I did. Hey, Rich, how do you feel about Sean Penn? Do you feel safer that he's over there documenting?
I would feel better with that Cash App. When I seen that, I just started cracking up. I'm like, how the heck you get there so quickly?
Like him and Bono, man.
Yeah, like they just teleported over.
Down there doing a release.
Sean Penn just pulled up to the war like it was all good. Let me go ahead and do this documentary while this is going down.
Like, okay, so before we start this article, and like I said, we're going to interject some humor, but for anybody watching or who just jumps in all seriousness, this is a serious thing. We're not making light, but when you talk about a heavy subject, I don't think, Tim Talk says canceled. Probably after this stream.
Well, maybe we'll be like Joy Behar, we'll just start talking about like our vacations and shit.
Well, I was telling you, my Caribbean cruise is ruined. What about you, Big Rich? Weren't you gonna go take that Ukraine tour? There you go.
Man.
He was gonna go to Italy.
Yeah, that was on my radar. Yep, sure was.
You're like, well, damn.
No, in all honesty, on my bucket list is to go to Transylvania for my mother because she loved vampires and stuff, and she read about the real Dracula or Vlad the Impaler, so she wanted to go see that castle. So my bucket list is to take her ashes to Transylvania, some of her ashes, and go to that castle and spread her ashes, some of her ashes
cool.
to around that castle.
Oh, there's a long one for you here, Squirrel.
Yep, that's right, Mad Squirrel. I put in premium cookies inside that bag made by actual fairies. You might as well hold one with your adorable squirrel paws so you can make mispronunciations.
I advise everybody who's listening to this to cancel this stream until I get my Cash App.
You're so stupid.
So, welcome to the Zod is canceled stream number 2. So,
Rich is going to make a ribbon. He's going to wear it. He's going to be like, remember the Cash App.
Yeah. So let's talk. Before I dive into this, let me just get some rough opinions. What do we think about Sean Penn rolling up like nothing in Ukraine with the like I'm sorry. Okay, someone should be documenting this. And I know Sean Penn's been in some action thrillers recently, but fucking Sean.
That's what I'm gonna start. I'm just gonna start pulling up to war zones just to start filming stuff. Like I guess that's the thing. You know how you have like those ambulance chasers? Like it's gonna be like I'm just gonna start pulling up to war zones, just filming stuff.
Janie Davis says at Big Rich, nah, I've done a donation already this week.
It wasn't my donation. Hey, y'all need to tell Squirrel to come up with the money or something.
He's under this illusion that I'm paying for his
Uh,
appearance.
I
Not
mean, you
paying
know,
for your appearance. I'm not
I
doing.
mean, okay, I'm just
You're
saying you
you're
begged me
not
to hop
Sean Penn,
on. You
okay? You're
begged
not
me to
Sean.
hop on here earlier, so
You're not
and I
Sean
was
Penn.
like, I really don't want to do this. You're like, come on, man, I'll give you some, like, I'll throw some on your Cash App. I was like, all right, cool. I still haven't got it, so
Ends up. Well, I probably
So
did through PayPal.
so Lemon Pie does say, I don't like Sean Penn, but I respect for being in a war zone. This is where part of me wants to be a sarcastic asshole about this, but to his credit, there's no one crazier in the U.S. and crazy enough to roll through the next day and be like, you know what? I'm gonna shoot in a fucking war zone. I'm Sean fucking Penn.
The El Chapo thing was like, I did my work.
So Sean Penn on the ground in Ukraine filming documentary about Russia's invasion.
Oh
So
my.
like I'm sorry, like look, folks, look, I this
so
is
it-
too.
so if China and Taiwan goes at it, you gonna pull it there too, or
He's
I
so
think he will, or
I
Bono. I'm
mean,
putting my money on
Bono.
Sean Penn or
somebody, yeah.
Bono. One of them. He'd be
He's
like,
like,
"It's for the
I'm live.
children." It's like,
Oh boy,
Jesus.
boy.
You know, oh God. It's like we're live in Tibet. They're storming the like I don't know. Like there's just so much like I don't know. We'll get into that later. But yeah, the Sean Penn thing just there's an addendum to this, but well, this article's good as far as the breakdown for sure.
Yeah, then we'll go into the other the fearless leader talking to Sean Penn. So this is a two-parter. So we got Sean Penn is on the ground in Ukrainian filming a documentary about Russia's invasion. Vice Studios confirmed the Oscar-winning actor appeared at a press briefing Thursday in the Ukrainian capital of Kiev, listening to government officials speak about the crisis. Uh, the doc is a Vice Studio production in associations with Vice World News and Endeavor Content. Penn last visited Ukraine in November 2021 and started preparing for his documentary. So this was in November of 2021. So I wonder, Squirrel, if he was doing a documentary about something else before this went down and they just happened to have stuff set up.
Hmm He
And
Could
probably
be a
had.
possibility.
He probably knew that. Well, it was everyone knew that this was coming. I mean, Russia's talked about it publicly before. They're like their, like their General
so he was
Assembly.
there for the
You know,
tension. He probably figured, oh, I'm just going there, because there's tensions and like you film how those documentaries do. He's like, oh, we're in contentious talks and things like that. That's what it probably was started as. And then Russia's crazy ass was like, nah, we're going to war. So now he's got a war doc.
well, no, I
Uh,
think he knew because Russia at their General Assembly in December, the footage is out there. Actually, I retweeted it like days ago, actually way earlier in the week. And they had talked about the actual date that they were going to do the invasion. They alluded to it through some of their reps, and it was on camera. And he said February, I think it was 22nd at 4 a.m. They'll realize how serious we are. And I was like, okay. And so it literally was like almost to the day. It was like the day after. So it would have been like the 23rd for
The
them.
23rd, yeah, was when I went and Twitter was blowing up. Penn has visited the office of the president and spoke with the deputy prime minister. Oh God, it's gonna be one of these nights. Irania Ruska.
Versuk? I don't know, man.
Versuk. Yeah, Versuk.
Sorry. Yeah, we're gonna be up like just ahead of time as a preface. Apologies to all those involved.
Yes, apologies to anyone who's Ukrainian if I butchered the mispronounced his shit. Welcome to the Phantom Zone. As well as local journalists and members of the Ukrainian military. Since arriving in Ukraine this week, wrote Newsweek, the office of the president issued a statement through the Ukrainian embassy praising the Oscar-winning actor and filmmaker. So he's got that under his belt now. The director specifically came to Kiev to record all the events that are currently happening in Ukraine and to tell the world the truth about Russia's invasion of our country. The statement's translation reads, Sean Penn is among those who supported Ukraine and Ukraine today. Our country is grateful for him for such a show of courage and honesty. The statement adds, Sean Penn is demonstrating bravery that many others have been lacking, in particular, some Western politicians. The more people like that, true friends of Ukraine who support the fight for freedom, the quicker we can stop this heinous invasion by Russia. Penn has been the center of many anti-war and humanitarian operations over the years. The 2020 Discovery Plus documentaries, Citizen Penn, recounted the actor's efforts to set up a nonprofit organization, community organized relief effort, also known as CORE, in response to the Haiti earthquakes of 2010. CORE also developed teams to help with COVID-19 testing and vaccines across the country. Variety has reached out to Penn's representatives for further comments. So before we dive into the next one, look, there's God, I can't believe I'm saying this. There's some good parts to this. Like, look, we rag on Sean Penn, and that's because I grew up in the '90s. I know this motherfucker's history. He is as a person, he's a narcissistic, abusive, and kind of scary asshole. But I do believe there is a side to him that he seems very genuine with the Haiti thing. I remember that and all of that. I do think he believes in what he's doing. And to his credit, okay, one thing you can't downplay. Every single person, or not every single person can go in the middle of a war zone and do that kind of shooting. Okay. You see some shit and it rattles you. So I give Sean Penn some credit for being there, especially we see in the pictures and shit, and the bombings and tanks and things like that.
Right.
I do give him credit because let's not mince words. He's risking his life. Okay. Plain and simple. He had his fucking helmet. We were talking about that. Sean Penn's crazy ass with his helmet and his fucking bulletproof vest there with the fucking troops in the fucking vehicles. I mean, he's not like, oh, I got this camera like 50 feet back. That motherfucker, bless his soul, is like in there.
Right.
He might think he's still in an action movie. We don't know. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, I do respect. Yeah, I agree with Lemon Pie in some respects. I do respect what seems to be the sincerity, because I do believe on his part when it comes to humanitarian stuff, he's been one of the people who've been very about that. He really does care about that, and even a selfish, narcissistic prick, they do have a side to them.
Yeah, it's about it's a weird thing because they'll do these types of things, but it's for the attention that it brings, and it's not necessarily I don't know how to put this. It's not in the same normal, heartwarming manner of, let's say, a person who honestly has a big heart and really genuinely cares. It's a lot of times it's about exercising a form of authority or being like, look at me. It's like the people who record themselves doing charity work. Look how good I am. Look what I'm doing. That kind of thing. It's the attention that good works brings, or what they deem as good works, which can vary depending on the person. So they always need that credit, though, for the good works that they do. So it's kind of a backhanded compliment of what they're doing. But yeah,
Rose Matter says, There's an American black dude in the Ukraine reporting from Kiev. Yeah.
Really? Is there?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So,
magical. Like I've seen a couple, and I lost track of
wait,
them.
hold on a second. Big
Hey,
Rich,
hey,
are
brothers,
you the
brothers,
one
brothers
in?
be out there too. Brothers
Big
be
Rich is
out
there
there
right
too.
now.
Yeah, brothers be out there. It's all good.
Running
he
around
was
taking
inspired
film.
by Penn. He just said, "I heard Penn rolled up in there. Now I gotta roll up in there because I can't
Yeah,
let Sean Penn outdo me."
exactly.
Oh, hey there, PB.
What's up?
Holy
I'm,
crap.
I'm right
Especially
on time, aren't I?
if that reporter's like from Zone 6 or Zone 5 from Atlanta, oh, he's straight. So that
Oh my
Like,
god.
come on, this is just
yeah,
a weekend
yeah,
over here.
yeah.
Shooting.
If he's from the hood, he's straight.
Just a news update really quick, because I'm just keeping track on Twitter. Japan reported on Japan Times that one of their cargo ships got hit by a missile by the Ukraine, off of the Ukraine coast there in the I think they were in the Black Sea. Yeah, it says a cargo ship owned by a Japanese firm was hit by a missile off the coast of Ukraine in the Black Sea on Friday, injuring one crew member, the marine transportation firm in western Japan said on Saturday. The Panamanian registered cargo
Yeah.
ship Nomura Queen was damaged, and one of 20 Filipino crew sustained a non-life-threatening injury, thank God, to its shoulder, according to the firm based in, I'm not pronouncing that crap. The ship can operate under its own steam and has headed to Turkey, where the damage to the vessel can be assessed, the firm said. Ukraine authorities said the missile was fired by Russian forces following their military invasion of Ukraine earlier this week. It says a total of 3 non-military vessels have now been hit since the start of the invasion. Okay, that's just a little news snippet. I did retweet it on my that is just the headline because I picked it up and just pulled up the story. But
So Penn is Janie Creek says Penn is partisan. Heck, Obama was as big of a war criminal as Bush. I mean, I don't want to give my opinions because that dips a little bit into my politics, but I will say, yeah, there was all of that shit was shady, but we've known that for years. But yeah, so I do give Penn some credit. I do believe that he is not there. Given he was there a year ago, I don't think this is some kind of a play. He's been doing this humanitarian thing. He's just a weird case, man, because it's Sean. Let me tell you something. I would love to see a Russian fight with Sean Penn. Can we get that on camera? That I think that would be a fuck of a good.
I actually kind of
Sean Penn's
expect
crazy.
at some point during the documentary, I can totally see Sean Penn just being like, you know what? And just like rip his shirt off. I'm going to kick that motherfucker's ass. I can see this just based on his level of rage management.
Like, you want to go?
Yeah, let's
He
go.
He has a tattoo on his chest that says "I am death."
Yeah, like some crazy shit where he just loses his mind.
It'll be like a ceasefire just so those two could go at it. Like everybody just
You just see a
big
little
old
bit of
fight, like a
circle
big
of
old
people,
fight club.
fucking, and it always rains, Rich, for these scenes. The big epic
Right.
war scenes. So it's gonna be
Right.
fucking pouring rain for no reason. Penn's gonna have his shirt off. The big Russian guy, of course, gotta
Everybody's
take his
gonna be
shirt off.
surrounding them with money, betting money and everything.
It's like Russian rubles.
Like, hey, that American looks crazy. I put $20 on skinny American. No, you're drinking crazy. No, I put it on
Sasha, shut up.
Sasha, you blow money. You blow money. Mr. Pop Culture PB, how you do tonight?
I was a bit tired, so I was taking a nap, and then I was like, I need a little more time, and then I clicked on the link, and here I am.
Yeah, JD Davis took credit. She said her and Lemon Pie are witches, and they summoned you here.
Yeah,
From a
apparently
deep coma.
I'm supposed to scroll up to figure out how I was summoned, and I was summoned with cheese curds.
Well, you're
Cheese
supposed to
curds.
be a sacrifice because Squirrel
No.
didn't send me no
What?
money. She didn't hit my cash app with money for me to be here on the stream. Because I don't do this for free, you know what I'm saying? Like, Like she was supposed to like hit me with some money, but it's all good. So
We
they
can
said
make.
you're the sacrifice, PB.
Speaking
I still want my money though. Like that's not good enough.
You're gonna get it in rubles.
yes,
Ooh.
speaking of money, let's talk about the luxurious section of
Oh,
the
luxury.
yeah. Let's talk about diamonds. How does that strike you, Rich? How about if we got you some
You know,
diamonds?
honestly, I've never been a jewelry type of person.
He likes cash.
He's like
like I
green is the
I
best
would be one of
color.
those people. Like if I had just millions and millions of dollars, you would never see me with a chain or a watch on. That's just I've
His
never
shoes would
been a
look
jewelry guy.
fantastic, though.
Oh yeah, my shoe game would be stupid. Yeah.
So let's dive into this. We're gonna talk about, speaking of money and luxury. Let's talk about the Italy's luxury sector and Belgium's diamond leaders question effectiveness Russian section. So Squirrel, just a leading because I got confused by all of
I
that.
can't do an Italian accent.
Like Mario.
Yeah, I can't. That's not a good accent that I can do, so it's not going to be funny.
It's me. No.
I want some
me.
spaghetti and the meatball.
Wow.
So
I told you it was bad.
you know, it's me. We're gonna talk about the Italian diamonds.
Yeah.
What the
Pepperoni pizza. I'm sorry if you're Italian out there and I've offended you. That's kind of what I do.
I'm not sorry
You
if
see
I've
why I don't be
offended.
hopping on these streams? Like, you see the disrespect?
You're Italian?
Nah, I'm just saying.
He's like, sometimes I get a
Like I feel
discount at the
offended
pizzeria.
on these streams.
We all know. We all know about Zod's racism. That's a whole nother topic. You know,
That's what I'm
Justin outed
saying.
him.
Like next time I'm gonna make sure I verify get cash. Like I see the money first before I even hop on.
It'll be in rubles. I'm telling you.
I mean, you could do a lot with rubles, can't you? With the way the economy is going, that might be the new currency.
Hi, Megan Jetty.
Hey, Mega Jetty again. Because we had Mega Jetty 2. This is now Mega Jetty 1.
The original.
What?
You know, every time I hear that name, I keep thinking of that. What was that wrestler's name? Marty Jannetty.
Oh yeah, Marty Jannetty. Great.
That's why every time I hear
Lemon Pie says, "That's a spicy meatball."
Wow.
Shalena's.
I'm not gonna be involved in this disrespect and racism. I'm not doing it.
Or Janie. Damn it. I lost the tweet. Yay, or not tweet. That seemed as my brain all day. Oh my god.
Being from the dark side, I needed to get Kylo Ren here to give us his thoughts because he's
Excellent.
waged an intergalactic war, so he's definitely got some good opinions about strategies and stuff like that.
Yeah, I know all about it. Yeah, I know all about
it. You can tell us how they'll position their battleships. You know the deal.
Yeah, I'll tell you all about the dark side, right? And how Ray is Sunshine. She clouded my vision and take over the galaxy. I was trying to finish what Darth Vader started, but she effed it all up, man. No way, man. Not again. Not making the same mistake. I'm Kylo Ren Galaxy 2. Far, far, far away. Not far, far away. So, okay. Just gonna keep you at that. All right. So
I would love to see that in the crawl in one of those movies in the galaxy, far, 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 and then little print very far away.
Far, far away. Far, far away. Right?
Oh, I can't.
Good Lord.
Who wants to read that zinger?
PB, do you want to read it?
Hold on. Zod is so racist, he makes his baker take the black out of his black and white cookies.
How dare you?
Hmm.
What the hell is a black and white cookie?
They're
It's not even an
Oreo.
Oreo.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
so he
No,
just gets frosting?
it's all good. We'll, when I pull up on Zod, we'll see if he has that same energy.
I, I I always have energy right to the end.
Oh my
Hey! I want to hear about that.
Oh God.
And
Got
that is
virgin
how
ears
you win
over
an
here. What's
argument.
wrong with you?
How are you gonna pull on Ryan Johnson right now? Like, wait a second, Zod. Who do you look like again? Ryan Johnson or the other
God
guy?
no,
Dave
God,
Filoni.
Dave
Dave
Filoni.
Filoni.
I am
Yeah.
Brian Johnson adjacent.
God. Hi, Cherry.
Yeah.
There's
You
only
got Dave
one.
Filoni. Oh god.
There's, this galaxy is only big enough for one douchebag. And I'm sorry, Ryan. In this space, you can't exist. Okay, I will only have one douchebag at a time. I mean,
Yeah.
and PB keeps me level. So let's dive into this.
Sure.
As EU leaders come together again to decide on an applicable sanctions package.
Yeah.
Sanction package for Russia's invading Ukraine. So they're coming together for a proper. Jesus Christ! See, this is okay. Quick mini rant. And I'm gonna go full screen. This is why I've said for years the fucking UN is fucking pointless. Fuck all you motherfuckers. I dealt with you cocksuckers for so long. Your stupid fucking UN rules, and you have to have a fucking card and all that bullshit. And this is what gets you. Yes, take a couple more. Take all the time you need while fucking tanks are rolling through to get your sanctions in order. Even though Sean Penn knew about a year ago to start fucking rolling his camera. How the fuck is Sean Penn more in the know than you motherfuckers? That I'm sorry. That's I gotta say it. How the fuck does Sean Penn beat you guys to this? Like, I think I'm more amazed that Sean Penn got there quicker than we're gonna get to a sanction. This that fucking that astonishes me, Squirrel. Astonishes me. Right now, the man is on trucks, crazy as shit, shooting stuff, and these people are putting together a sanction pack. Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Yeah,
Anyways,
the gist of this is sad.
uh,
It's
the
just sad.
the Ukrainian makers of luxurious goods question whether these have the desired effect. So, Belgium's diamond business and Italy's luxury sector were two countries who voted against Russian sanctions, citing the possibility their own nations would suffer Oh, wow. Really? Damage to.
Yeah.
Sanctions can have significant impact on the diamond business. Jesus Christ,
Mm-hmm.
said Tom Neves, spokesperson for the Antwerp World Diamond Center, or we'll just say AWDC, reported Gazette Van. Oh Jesus Christ. Gazette Van Ant on Wednesday prior to Thursday's attack. It is a blow that should hurt Russia, but there is a chance that we may do more damage to ourselves. You fucking cocksucker. Oh my God. So let me get this straight. They're bitching, and if I got this correct, Squirrel, correct me if I'm wrong. They're bitching because their fucking diamond business is going to take a hit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just letting that sit. Just letting it sit for a minute, simmer. Yeah.
So we. Okay.
I guess that just puts new meaning to blood diamonds, doesn't it?
So, folks, just so you know, the sanctions that could have been put out in the fucking meetings before, they voted them down because the fucking diamond company could have taken a hit.
The luxury and mm-hmm. And it's not just them, of course.
All right, let's continue. I'm gonna hold. I'm gonna
Yeah, you
suppress.
gotta keep people blinged out, iced out. You know, obviously that's more important.
I'm sure 50 is appreciating them right now.
Right.
Uh, the-
Yeah.
he's the only one I know. Like every time I see him, he's always got some diamonds. So that's the first thing that popped into my mind. But the Brussels Times reported more than 1 billion euros of Russian diamonds passed through Belgian ports 2020. Recently signed agreements. See, I'm going to stop right here. This is the bullshit, people. Remember when I said at the top of this show, corporations and
I
money.
don't remember what you said at the top of the show.
You wouldn't, Joe, okay? Go eat a pudding.
Oh, look at the avatar.
I
Oh,
don't
damn.
remember anything.
Come on, man.
Oh, not a joke.
Jesus. So, I mean, so just think about this, folks. Think about this. And I want to give you guys a blanket because there's now profit margins coming into this. And this is what I said before when I talked about soldiers being caught in this bullshit. And more importantly, Ukrainian civilians, not the fucking government, the civilians, the people are caught in this. And fucking sanctions that could have been approved as a way to start positioning ourselves was shot down because the diamond industry is getting money from the people. And God forbid they take a hit. The wallet is more than a bullet, apparently, right? That's what we're saying, right? The bullet is cheaper than the fucking hit to the diamonds.
Right.
I know the thing, lemon pie.
Yeah, it's very callous. It's very callous. But I want to bring up something here, maybe unpopular to say, but I feel like this whole pandemic has put us in a unique situation. And why I bring this up is because it's just like we're put like it's like a new norm. I know people don't like me saying that, the new norm, right? Why I say that is because we're like programmed in a different way. I don't want to like be like super conspiracy theory, but the thing is, I feel like it's to me, my opinion, it was like a massive thing to reduce the population. Just putting it out there. I don't, you know, you don't have to take that opinion, but like based on what's going on, I think this stuff is real that's going on, but we're living in the United States and fear mongering. You know, you got to get 3 different jabs now. 97% of the people are surviving from like COVID. So, you know, it's whatever. You know, the flu somehow dissipated from the United States. It's whatever. But you know,
yeah, the flu's become an afterthought. Like you sneeze, I've ran into that. You sneeze, and people take out fucking mace. It's like,
I
whoa,
just
allergies. They still exist, people. I have
yeah.
allergies. Like pollen's a thing.
You know,
Nature.
I'm just trying to be a realist here, and like you know, like we're all sick and tired of this, man. We're all sick and tired of this.
I'm just tired, period.
Well, no,
So let me
I
ask
totally agree with population control being one of the main agendas.
Well,
I
like
definitely agree with
we
that.
saw freaking Bill Gates talking a little bit about it or whatever before, like he was mentioning that. I'm not saying that was the major plan, but it's just like, okay, well,
What was
the
that
way you're
picture?
keeping. Go ahead.
What was
I'm
that?
sorry, Biden.
Could you put that picture back up, please?
Come on, man.
let me just
Oh
Tim
shit, jokes.
to swing it back around to this. What kind of connection? And keep in mind, folks, we're just making theories here. We're just talking. This, you know,
That's
take it with
picture.
a grain of salt.
Mm-hmm.
That's your favorite picture, Joe?
They told me that I couldn't touch the button.
Oh God.
So let me ask you, Tim. how do you think right now this is going to factor into our position as far as this goes? Like, do you think they're kind of joint? Are you feeling some kind of connection here between this and COVID, like that cute little image illustrated?
Yeah, because the other one's like the jab, right? Like it's because it's super pointy, and they're like everyone wants to get the jab. Like there's 3 different jabs. To me, that's very problematic when you have to get 3 different jabs, right? When you have a solution to the problem, there's 3 different solutions to the problem, and even though you get the 3 different solutions to the problem, like there's been celebrities saying, "Hey, I got 3 different jabs." People have still got it. People still don't die. People did die from getting the jab, but they don't like put in the media because it's not sexy. When I mean sexy is it's just it's not for the agenda. It's sexy when people get those cases, right? So it's very alarming, man. It's like very concerning, and I don't really like talking about it, but just like it's true though. It's very true. It's like if things don't meet up to whatever the media paints out, it's not in their interest to cover it, right?
And do you think, like, by that rationale, do you think they're going to swing around to something like this with covering this thing with Ukraine and Russia? Do you feel like they're going to try to do the same exact swing, or we're not getting everything?
Dude, I have no idea. I think there are some real things going to come out, but I feel like the real things, the people that are going to come out, like the whistle blowers that are going to come out, we're going to see them, but they're going to be covered up and
So you think
mitigated
there's
by
a
the.
lot of, yeah, we're going to get into that. That's a very interesting thing. Hey, Perp, what's up?
Perp.
Yes, I heard
What's
population
up, Herb?
control, and I figured I'd
Perp's like, the magic word was spoken. We summoned him with the words population control.
Woosah.
What is population control?
What is wrong with your voice?
Why are you speaking like
No,
that?
we got Joe on. Look.
Oh.
We got-
Oh.
Hi, Laura B. Hi,
Hey,
Chipmunger.
I'm not supposed to be up at this time of day, but here I
Come
am.
on, man.
Not a joke.
Hi, Sean.
Hey, Sean, what's up? We got Chillmonger. If you guys don't know, go check
What's
out
up,
his
Chill?
channel. Cool stuff. By the way, man, I've been meaning to get on another one of your streams, but like you send me random links sometimes on a Saturday, and it's like a hit or miss where I can make it. But he's got some good stuff. So we're talking right now, if you just tuned in, about the Diamond Company's position. So they didn't vote on if you're just joining us, there could
Oh
have
my
been
gosh.
there could have been sanctions before this started, and the fucking diamond industry and the people's countries who are associated with said diamond industry voted against the sanction because Russian money flows through the
Mother
business,
Russia.
and they didn't want to lose that money. And I'm getting everyone's thoughts and idea. And I want to paint this picture here. There's a lot of steps that could have been taken. And look, we'll have the discussion about the troops later, but right now I want to kind of paint for you guys a broad picture of why I personally believe it's foolish to get involved in this. And people can come at me with whatever they want to say about being unpatriotic or whatever, but and Jenny's served in the Navy, much like I did. Shout out to Jenny. So we know what it's like to be in this shit, okay? And we're going to talk about the Nintendo age here in a second. And I
know what it's like to be in shit, but then I had my butt wiped.
But but I'm going to get to the troop discussion and all of that, but we're in a very different time, and I think that it is very it's very prudent to step with caution. Okay, you're not going to war with Afghanistan. You're not going to war with fucking Kim Jong Un. Okay, a man whose nukes won't reach like his ego. Okay, His ego is bigger than his nuclear power. No, we're dealing with someone who has the capabilities, I believe will launch nukes if they have to, or even use someone to make an example, because hashtag Russia's fucking crazy. I've trained with them. They're nuts. Okay. They're nuts. They drink, they smoke, and
They'll break
they
you.
fight. And they'll break you. Yeah.
Ivan Drago.
We've all seen Rocky, okay? You don't want a fucking Ivan Drago knocking at your door. I don't even want him knocking.
Yeah, I just feel like America just needs to mind their business. Like, just sit this one out.
Yeah.
Just, you know.
And that's what I want. And I said on my tweet, look, I'm gonna take the position. And look, there's a lot of God bless America, right? There's a lot of left going, oh my God, blah blah blah. There's all of these different sides, but I want to lay all these facts out for you guys, and let's not be clouded when they start.
Sad times, Kim.
That's a sad.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
He thought he was gonna. That was his look, Tim. He was like, "Come on, guys, come on, did you forget about me."
It's like South Park. Come on. All right, moving on.
Sean Stackhouse says, "When's the last time America minded their business?"
Good question.
Shit.
Never.
Yeah, this is one time, and I know I this is why I don't say this shit on Twitter, because Squirrel, you've retweeted stuff, and I'm sure you've dealt with these. How many of these fucking yahoos? And I can guarantee you, half of them have never seen a fucking war. They shoot. They fuck.
The
they
drink.
Fucking, no, it's a technical
Sometimes.
term there, Perp. All
Hey,
right, you got it.
even I know that's called. That's what. Yeah.
Thank you, Biden.
Biden is currently going to be in Delaware this weekend, relaxing. How do you feel about your vacation this weekend? That's true.
It started. It's they true. Vacation.
2 hours later.
Laura B says it's about power. Putin is a narcissist too. I agree, 110%. Look, no one's going to question
Money and power.
No one's going to question this man's narcissism, this man's ego, his power. But you also got to keep in mind too sanity. And I don't believe that Putin is exactly with a full deck. Anybody who runs Russia, you got to be nuts to keep them people in line. I'm just going to say it. If you don't have strength, and we're going to swing back to it, because this is 100% a cultural war. And I'd like to turn our attentions back to Afghanistan and Iraq and Iran. Okay. Last time we got involved with fundamental crazy people, how did that turn out? We pulled out. That's how that turned out. And I knew a lot of friends.
You're only supposed to pull out so she doesn't get pregnant.
That's what she said.
Hey, I got virgin ears over here, man. Can we? Yeah.
So let's get back to this and finish up this sensitive statement from the diamond industry, and then I'm going to get your thoughts. So the Brussels Times reported that 1 billion euros of Russian diamonds passed through the Belgian port in 2020. I recently signed an agreement between Antwerp World Diamond Center and Russia's ALROSA. There, I'm just gonna Alrosa. Anyways, we're going to see 86% of its rough diamonds pass through Belgium. The AWDC stated. In Italy, Carl, whoever the fuck, president of the Italian
Carlo
National.
Capassa.
Yeah, Carlo Capassa. Capassa. Yeah. I want to say it like Spanish. Like, hey, Capassa. No,
That's Italian.
That I don't know what that was, but all right.
It's Kryptonian. It's Kryptonian. We'll go with it.
Kryptonian. It makes sense because you're Zod. Yeah,
Right,
I get it.
President of the Italian National Fashion Chamber and said that more than 1 billion euros worth of luxurious exports to Russia could be at risk, even as Russian buyers return to Milan for the first time since the pandemic, thanks to a deal brokered with the government. Because, here's the connection to recognize. What is this?
Recognize.
Recognize? No.
Recognize.
It just spelled differently. That's all.
The Sputnik 5 vaccine for business travelers, reported Euronews. It's high risk, of course, but it's oh my God. So they say it's high risk, of course, but what is worrying us is the risk of war. So let me get this straight. This whole article, they made a justification for not signing for sanctions, and then they do this bullshit where they say it's a risk, of course, but what is worrying us is the risk of war. Well, if you were worried about the risk of war, then why the fuck did you not sign a sanction?
Like, oh my gosh.
It's about the cash in the end. These corporations are just going to run. They're going to run with it. And that's the ugly underbelly of all of this. War is a lot of money.
I can't even fucking look at that. So let me just get some thoughts here really quick. I gotta go. I gotta go use the restroom. Everyone discuss. What do you think about the compassion from the fucking diamond industry? Oh, and I also gotta puke.
I want to add that the UN can suck a dick. I've never liked the fucking UN. I hate the UN, and I think they're useless. And I agree. Jane Creek was having a conversation with Sean Stackhouse, but she said the different genocides in Africa were allowed to continue by the world's police. The handful of time that we should have gotten involved, we didn't. Yeah, Rwanda's a good example, isn't it? And that's a big one. Like, I swear to God, man. So yeah, like the UN can totally just fuck off, and they're useless. I don't know why I don't get it. It's a novelty. It's like a little.
It's like, why do we care, right? It's like, what? I think the major problem, my issue is this, like what Zod was bringing up. Why does America have to police the whole United States? They always feel like they have to stick their finger in everything that's not their business, right? And we're seeing now the recoil of like they fold. Like my brother was like in.
Get the
dude, shut up! Tim was in the middle of a thought. What the fuck are you doing?
Fucker. Rude fucker.
It's a show. It's a show, man.
One of the main reasons why I don't get on the stream.
But you're the guest. You're the guest.
No,
you're more priority than he is. So continue, Tim. Goddamn, Todd.
No, but I was bringing up the fact that my brother was in 2011. Whatever. So he's in Afghanistan. He came back with all those problems, and it's always been a thing of my life within my family to join the military. I'm the outlier within my family that didn't join. I've always felt guilty that I didn't join, so I have this guilt in the back of my mind.
Wait, you're a civilian contractor, and you're part of the military.
Whatever, man.
You carry a lightsaber.
Come on, man. Come on.
Fair enough.
But it's always a guilt within your mind, because that's like the American thing or whatever that's established in my family. My family is not the same as your family. Is like over there. It's just a thing.
That's how it's my family too. So. Understood.
Yeah, military is just kind of a way of life, but I was like the different. I felt really bad about it, but I feel like a bait about it, right? But I chose the different path, and I'm glad I chose the different path, because I don't think everyone's path is the same. But the thing is that based on what happened, man, there was a lot of false news or everything that we dealt with in this pandemic. We didn't know how to decipher the correct information and the right information. The correct information compared to the right information is not the same thing. Clearly, it is not.
Right.
Like we have like social medias, like far as Facebook, Twitter, Twatter, whatever you want to call it. But like on a serious note, but like it seems like the mainstream audiences, as far as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and all of them, were leaning towards one way. I would log on to my PlayStation and lean it one way. When it becomes a way like that, that's very problematic to me in my eyes. I mean, that's
Right.
my opinion. I mean, if you have a different opinion, I will hear it out. But I think in my heart that if it becomes such a way where it's very like becoming, I'm going to try to use my words very wisely here. So like when it becomes very military-esque, right?
Mhm.
Where it's very strict in such one way, and that's the absolute truth. And if you disagree with me, you're canceled. That's the way that the culture is moving towards.
Yeah.
And that's all I got to say. That's it. I don't want to like go on anymore. I think I've
Right.
got my point across.
Right. And it's fair.
I don't want to take the opposite viewpoint because I don't want to be canceled.
You won't be.
I'm trying to count
Yeah.
this odd. Put that stupid hat. Take that stupid hat off, man. I'm just playing with you.
The hat is stupid. God.
But it
People are
completes
just
his
jealous.
baloney ensemble.
So, J.D. Davis
I'll
says,
tell you bullshit. Something about the alien military rules, but these nerds actually know. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's all perspective, I guess. But I try to be a realist about it. Try to be fair.
yeah, and that's what we're talking about here. It's not about one side or the other with this, and I want to take that out. You're gonna hear throughout the week, with news reports and everything. You're gonna hear, oh, the right wants this, the left wants this, and they're forgetting about the important part. And I think it's
The important
the
part
only
is
thing.
applesauce.
The only thing.
True.
Thank you, Joe. Contributions as always. The only thing though that should be in this equation, right, is the people. And I feel like with all of this shit, you get lost on the people. Look at what we just read about the diamond industry, right? €1 billion. How much? So how many lives was that worth to keep that trade up when they could have hit them in their pockets right
They
away?
don't. They just care about money.
Mhm.
Well,
Exactly.
I want to bring up something here also. Like, it's about the spin, right? Like, why people push back on certain groups on the internet is because it's like an over exaggeration on like the actual reality of a person, right? Like when like a news media comes out there and displays like whatever they're going to present you about the news, they're going to heighten up like, oh my gosh, it's 75 today compared to like it was 40 degrees the other day. There's no ice, and then the wind is moving westward and moving. Like, you
Right.
see what I'm saying? Okay, so
The hype.
no,
I'm
Yeah.
absolutely right.
they're heightening it up. That we're not living in reality. So like what I'm saying is I'm trying to bring you back into reality and saying that just because someone says something, it doesn't mean it's the ultimate truth or reality. You need to do your own research and
Mhm.
check multiple sources. And the fact that the problem is the media is leaning towards one way. And that's where it becomes, I think we all know this, and it's becoming problematic. What we've seen in the box office, but Spider-Man was different. Like No Way Home was absolutely amazing. Do I think it was like The Dark Knight? No, but it was great to watch. It was
No, I
like
mean, nothing could be
fantastic.
like the Dark Knight, but yeah,
Yeah,
I see what
yes.
you're
So,
saying though, in relation to that.
Hi, Johnny's
yeah,
girl.
yeah.
Hey, Johnny's girl.
So like my argument is it just like we all see what's going on. I'm not afraid against woke. Like if woke is done right, I'm all for it. Like I actually shut up some DBL moments or whatever. But like when they start tearing down buildings, whatever, that's that was the end of it. But like, let's move past that. Whatever. I don't think it should go into that. Like, I don't want to hijack your stream or whatever. It's your stream.
But even that term woke has kind of got a bad.
I don't think
Was
that's
it?
a bad term, man.
But that's what I'm saying. Like all that came from is like, just being self-aware. Like
being awake. Yeah.
Yeah, being awake, because a lot of people are asleep. A lot of people are asleep. We sitting there watching movies and all this shit, and then like,
I
And
was
then
asleep.
bam,
we see.
next-
Well,
Oh, please,
the
man.
thing is, because look, man, a lot of us
Now
go to
I'm
work
woke.
on our 9 to 5 jobs, and
Mhm.
like, we work our asses off, and like
Yeah.
we can't, we can't, like, we don't even want to stand on our feet anymore because my knees and my feet are burning, and all I want to do is sit on my freaking chair and take care of my family,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Right.
A lot of us, like, I know that's tone deaf, maybe, like, right? Let's not like act. Look, I
think what it is you have to find a balance, and I think the problem is that they've hijacked so many causes. It's just like with any cause that's could be seen as a threat, whatever that is, anti-war. Maybe there's political crap, which we've had too much of. It's always seemingly hijacked by the media or agent provocateurs. Pick whatever that's related to. It could be foreign or domestic, and no real change actually comes out of it. It just becomes a form of policing and censorship. So when we start to put conditions on what we are allowed to say and not allowed to say, that becomes very dangerous. And you're not going to force feed people change in that way. It's like what the CCP does or what Russia does to their individuals in their countries. It's all propaganda to get people to align, and the collectivism is so dangerous now. This is what happened in previous wars. So like what's going on right now, it's like watching a repeat that we've seen dozens of times. Absolutely. And it's just
with the Jewish people.
And speaking of a repeat, Lemmipi says, Zod, I am worried Joy Behar will have to vacation in Florida instead of Italy and buy cubic zirconium instead of diamond. Yeah, I know.
Zirconium.
Zirconium.
Why is that a repeat?
He's actually, there was a variant one that actually I like the add-on with the diamonds a lot.
So speaking of which, let me restore
here
our
comes
faith in
another
our military.
bullshit transition.
Speaking of
bullshit transitions,
there we go.
Let's talk about the Pentagon.
Yeah, Nintendo. Oh wait,
Nintendo.
It's the Pentagon.
This is such a good story.
Like the system, Nintendo.
Yes,
like the company.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh dang.
Perk, you gotta remember,
like Reggie's.
Basically, they got an issue with '80s babies. Is that it?
It's so good. It's so good. This is so good.
Oh dang.
This is, you guys are gonna have a laugh. I actually looked at this because I saw Nintendo, because I'm a Nintendo kid, and I was like, "Ooh, Nintendo!" I'm like, "Oh,
it's a me, a Mario."
That's weird that you did that, Zod.
It's at the Pentagon. Oh no, here we go.
Terrible.
Can we okay, serious note, I just want to see somebody make an animated Mario go on stage and be like, what Russia is doing is no good. I click him on the head like a Bowser. Get the
Sasha, shut up. Donkey Kong comes over and he's like, I will break you. That would be awesome.
Wario.
Squirrel, just to let you know, I gave up watching anime tonight to be on here. I'm just letting
What
you
were
know.
you watching?
I was watching Ghost in the Shell. Stand on
nice.
See, I mean, Ghost in the Shell, that's just an okay anime. So you made the
How
right
dare
choice.
you? Don't ever disrespect Ghost in the Shell. What the hell are you talking about?
It's not like it's Attack on Titan.
Yes,
Dragon
Attack on
Ball Z
Titan.
is the best anime ever. Fuck off.
Attack on Titan. Speaking of Attack on Titan, like, it's just crazy how all this war stuff is popping up and just how these conversations are starting, and it's just like it mirrors of what's going on with the show right now.
Don't get me wrong. I love me some Attack on Titan, but Ghost in the Shell standalone complex, that's like one of my favorite anime.
Big Rich, I'm gonna say on this, we can both align. You know, one of the first. Well, no, it was the second because my first anime I ever saw in theaters was Akira. My second
okay. Classic.
was Ghost in the Shell, the original.
Yeah.
Ghost in the Shell. Keep in mind, I'm not that fucking old, so shut the fuck up, perp.
You are
Everybody
that
else
old.
Younger.
Well,
It
you know what
wasn't
I'll
the
say this
original
much. At
release.
least
It was the
me and Todd
re-release.
can agree on something without him disrespecting Black Panther, but that's a whole nother
Right.
story. You know what I'm saying?
Look,
Hey,
look.
February's almost over, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, I gotta
No,
finish
no,
up my
no,
game.
no. That ain't
Oh
it.
my
That ain't it.
No.
No. I'm Black
Oh,
24/7. Skip
Right.
February all year,
Oh,
All
shoot.
year round.
all
I
year.
hate
We
February,
don't
dude.
do
That's
no.
freaking Valentine's month. Who the, you know what I mean?
We
Like,
get
Oh.
yeah, you get the
fuck
shortest month.
Valentine's,
Yeah,
dude. Fuck Valentine's.
yeah.
Fucking
Oh gosh, Tim, you got
Ray's a
a
bitch.
Ray that you're talking with? Is that why Ray's like wants that kyber crystal?
She's a fucking, she's fucking dyke, dude. I don't want to talk to her.
Yes, because Ray is with me. Ray is with me.
Oh no,
Oh,
she's whatever. Not that Ray. No, that freaking no. I don't want her to kill me, man. I give her a kiss and then she kills me. What the hell?
yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
that was fucked up. I was saying,
she
man.
was a nobody, but she was a nobody not to me. And then she kills me, and like, bye, Ben Solo. Clone, whatever the fuck you are. No one likes you. Yeah. No, fuck off, dude. No one likes freaking Ray.
I did. I like
She's
Ray.
not a Skywalker.
Perp's
She's
the
not a
only one.
Skywalker. She can go fuck herself.
This is see, this is like I said, we were gonna do lighthearted, right? Bring some lighthearted. So let's get into another lighthearted.
No, this is like Ben
argument.
Solo saying, "Hey Ray, you're not a fucking Skywalker. You would be a Solo, not a Skywalker, bitch." But like, anyway,
She was just like, "Oh,
I
this
feel
name
like we
sounds
should
cooler.
have
I'm
a
gonna go with
separate chat.
Skywalker."
yeah.
We should have a separate chat. Just have Perp and Tim battle
Alright.
it out
All
over
right,
their
I'm done.
Ray.
I'm done.
Ray's the best Jedi. It's clear. I know people
Oh
hate
my
it,
God.
but
Okay, before we turn into this into a real
Bestest ever.
the Pentagon worries it's weak because the Nintendo generation breaks too easily to withstand war. Now, I've got some things to add to this after. And
what's the
this is
Nintendo
from-
generation? What does that mean?
Oh, it gets good.
That's
It
you.
gets good. They're old. They didn't know what system to go to because if they knew the systems, they'd be like the PS5 generation or Xbox Series X or
Yeah,
what
they
are
don't
they
know.
on now? The Series S is that the new one?
That's
What's the new
Series
one?
Well, the
S and
Series
X.
S is the
Series
smaller
weak
version.
sauce.
It's a cheaper version of the Series X.
Oh no, we're not getting into the console wars there, Tim. Department of Defense. Oh my God.
Sorry.
This is starting with fire. The Department
Oh
of
my
Defense
God.
wants less Super Mario
Canceled.
and more Call of Duty.
Who made this article? Is this we got this covered?
No.
No.
It's
this
from
is
the
a real deal.
Independent.
It sounds
Yeah.
like Perp, did you write this article? Jeez.
Nah.
Oh my God.
This is
I'm
this is
joking,
the-
man. I'm joking,
this
man.
is the entire article right here.
No.
It's
No,
all
it
here?
scrolls a little bit. I think
We'll
there's a little
scroll a
bit
little
more.
bit.
Oh,
There's a little bit more, but the
Yeah.
U.S. military has entered console wars. Oh my God! Please don't. Oh, this is
console.
Do you want me to read it?
I
Yeah,
think you should
yeah,
let
I'm
Perp
gonna
read
be
it in
Okay.
his
cracking up
best
during this.
SJW voice. I want to hear Perp read it.
Yeah,
We should all get along.
Okay, so
That's
the U.S.
what I say.
military has entered console wars. As the threat of Russian aggression in the Ukraine ramps up, the Pentagon is worrying its incoming batch of soldiers from the, quote, Nintendo generation are too soft to withstand the rigors of real-world combat. The Nintendo generation soldier skeleton is not toughened by activity prior to arrival, so some of them break more easily, said Army Major John Mark, that guy, in a press release from the military health system. This is an actual release. Gen Z or the 18 to 25-year-olds are especially at risk for being too soft-skinned to even graduate from basic training, basic recruit training without injury due to their more sedentary lifestyle compared to previous generations, the release said. We see injuries ranging from acute fraction. Good God Almighty!
Sorry,
we're on a fucking tour. We see injuries ranging from acute fractures and falls to tears in the ACL to muscle strains, excuse me, and stress fractures, with the overwhelming majority of injuries related to overuse.
Well, the Nintendo generation is not Generation Z. The heck?
What's this guy?
Like,
He's
that's
talking
not
about
that's
y'all PS5 players.
yeah, that's not even okay. So we good then. We straight us 80-bit. Oh, you ain't talking about us. All right, cool.
And it does go on in there to talk about how they it's like they want more Call of Duty. And and it talks about in the article also about how the military has something to do with the reason why consoles are being promoted in a certain manner. Reminds me of that movie Toys.
So
Oh wait, Toy Story or
no, Toys, the one with Robin Williams.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
That's a throwback film.
So they want
Toys.
So they want more school shooters than
yes.
Than cupcake motherfuckers and shit. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read this because this is from the infamous Biscuit Unicorn, who says, "Well, Zod, I guess I'm too soft-skinned, but we know who actually has the soft skin. Your fat ass." LOL.
Who was that?
Oh, get you like that?
That's my woman. If you guys don't know, love you too, dear.
Haha. Thank you.
Oh shit.
Thank you. Keep
hitting
them.
Justin
Keep
Proper.
insulting them.
Where's Justin Proper at? Where's his
He's in
at?
chat.
I don't know, but I don't think he's gonna get here before you have to leave, Tim.
Okay.
So here's the thing, Janie Davis. Here was my training. Okay, I went in. I did see people break. There was a girl. I'm not going to say who she was. A woman, young woman. We were with, and due to being yelled at, this is not physical activity. And I can't give names. I will say I trained somewhere in Chicago, and you can use your imagination to figure out where that was. Due to we had this sergeant, and we call them chiefs, and it was Chief Adams, and basically when I stepped off the bus at I don't know, it was 8 or 9 o'clock. And keep in mind, the intake process takes hours. So I was fucking up until 2 a.m. And from the time at 9 when I got off the bus, my mom, my uncles, my brother, my dog that I don't have, everybody I was associated with was called queers, faggots. Look at this motherfucker. You suck. Why are you here? I was the unlucky bastard who had everybody's folders. So they're yelling at me because, of course, when you get off of a bus and the first thing you have is an angry person yelling at you, you kind of like, where the fuck am I supposed to go? And he's like, do I have something on my face? Did I put fucking lip balm on? Why the fuck are you standing staring at me? Get those fucking folders to intake. And I was like, intake, but where's it?
Whoa. Dude,
and he was like,
wake up.
Yeah, he was like, move. It means move forward. Right foot, left foot, motherfucker. Straight. And I was like, I didn't know that. And I'm being yelled at from the door from there. Okay, so here's the thing. And I want to be clear about this. And Jenny, if you're still in the chat, they break you on purpose. You have to be broken. Look, if you're thinking of going into the military...
Ivan Drago.
Yep. If you're thinking of going into the military, I mean, all joking aside, you need to be broken, because the point of the program is you have to break the normacy of your life and adapt to a new norm, to a new regiment. And I know from a younger person who's in the service, a good friend of me and Bitchy's, who's told me about these new batch of recruits. They are not built for it. They get yelled at. There have been, and this is a true story, there has been chiefs and sergeants, men who went overseas and served our fucking country, who have medals, full bars, okay? And they have been reprimanded for yelling at cadets. And if you can't take somebody yelling at you and saying shit they don't even know about you, then how the fuck are you supposed to have my back? When the bullets start flying and you break because of something someone says to you, how the fuck are you gonna go into, I don't know, the Ukraine where they're firing at you?
Because I don't understand Ukrainian swear
No,
words.
I get what you're saying, because like woke culture is so soft, right? Like I had like very military, like my family was in the military. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
So like these SJW, these softies come into this new world or whatever, like they want this stuff pampered, right? And it's not
want
to
college.
pamper.
They don't care about, look, when I went in, okay, during 9/11, I lost some family. There were some business that we also lost too that was set up there. A lot of stuff. I got some ties into that. So when I went in with a personal goal of when I went to different countries. I went in with a set of principles that I needed to guide me. I was yelled at. I did fucking chin-ups and push-ups till my arms, and look at these arms, all right? I mean, yeah.
You ain't got no fucking muscle. Stop playing.
The cowboy hat, you don't even need the muscles, dude. The cowboy hat is like all, like Clint Eastwood is the badass AF motherfucker out of all of them. You know,
but you need some sun.
Yeah.
Well, whatever, dude. Whatever.
Weight. Stop playing around. How much do you weigh soaking wet, Zod? How much do you weigh?
10 pounds.
Probably 185.
I'm about $150 now.
170.
$150 my ass.
Bitch, he's like, I paid $1 for that.
Yeah, right. He weighs probably about 170. Looking at him. But
hello to Phil in chat. Hi, Phil.
Hey, Phil. But here's my point. I did this shit, and they want to break you. And unfortunately, the kids are only in for college. So when you get in and you start getting yelled at, and you have to do the physical portion, well, a lot of these guys, they aren't going outside. They're using their fucking iPhones and shit. I saw in my food court this kid on his iPhone while there's a fucking customer standing there. This is in the food court. So take that person now and put them in basic and imagine how well they're going to do. And unfortunately,
before you continue, I seen that shit like on TikTok. You had people coming down from the planes and shit. They had their phones on them and shit. So they allow that. That's weird.
I'm surprised by that.
I don't think I'm gonna clash down on it because I've seen a lot of like these people come from the military. They're not as strong. I'm not doubting their experience. I've had many family members dealt with it, but I've seen a lot of these people like no, I'm not doubting Zod's what he went through. He seems like it's a very sincere dude in the way he like described it. But there's other dudes that are just like biding their time. They don't know what the fuck they're doing with their lives, and that is what I'm bringing up.
And that's the scary part too, because I've seen those people, Tim, like go through basic, not as much as I'm sure. We have a friend of ours, me and Bitchy, we have a personal friend, and they were telling me, yeah, you got a lot of people who are there for the college money and they barely make it through basic. And they're just sitting there biding their time. And he sat down with us. We were all drinking one night. And he was telling me, like, man, I wouldn't trust any of these motherfuckers if I get into work. And that's not how the military is supposed to run. There is a code.
Really quick, sorry. Good night to Johnny's girl. She had to.
Oh, good night to Johnny's girl. We lost. Oh,
hey,
okay.
But she'll be back. Yeah.
Zod, I gotta chime out. I gotta hit to my other buddy's stream. But dude, I love you. Like,
thanks,
I love
man.
being on your streams. Like,
Thank you.
I want to collaborate with you again. You're always welcome on stream. I love coming on your streams. You're a good dude. You're sincere, and I love hanging out with you, man. So it's been an honor and privilege to hang out with you all tonight. That's all I gotta say. You're a good dude.
Thanks, man. And do you have anything you want to plug? Because I hear you do a mean Kylo Ren somewhere in the TikTok universe. I heard you might even be Adam Driver. That Tim is just an alias.
Well, I'm not gonna plug anything, but I can neither confirm or deny that I am Adam Driver at this time. So, but
that's a
no,
very Adam Driver thing to say.
No, dude. Look, man, you're awesome. It was, dude. This was a great time hanging out with you again. And PB, and I met Mad for the first time, and Perp. I met you before. You seem like a good guy too.
It's your first time meeting Mad Squirrel? Lucky guy.
PB, I met you like a couple times. Yeah, I think you're a dope dude. So look, man, this has been fantastic, and I cannot ask for a better experience. Like that. I mean, we were laughing about like a bunch of random ass stuff, but I don't know, man. It's bittersweet, and don't forget me, and I won't forget you.
Oh my God! I feel like a wall address. Adam, is your career going okay, buddy? We'll get you back.
No.
Nice meeting you, Tim.
Be dramatic. Oh, so like, what am I writing? A poem right now? Oh my God! All right.
Performance art. So sad.
All right. Well, thanks for having me on, Zod, and I'll see you all later.
Yeah, have a good night.
All right,
see you later, Ben.
Later.
Oh, what a great guy! Always great, and go check him out. You can find him on the TikToks.
I'm just glad that the Bacta tank was able to fix the scar on his face.
Yeah.
Chillmonger said that was Adam's biker.
Adam Baker.
Yeah, Adam Biker. Sorry.
That's driver in relax mode. But
Rich will be back in a little while. There's outages going on at his work, so he said he'll be back in a bit.
Got the old crew back together.
Yeah, it's good to be able to do this and to talk with you guys. And I want to get a little bit radioactive right now. Let's talk about radiation
levels. What are you talking about?
In Chernobyl.
Oh God!
Oh my God, that's terrible segue. Terrible.
I got a radioactive thought. So bad. Speaking of crawling under a desk, check this out.
Right? Like, okay.
Thank you, Squirrel, for fixing my segue.
I don't
know. Oh my God. Never mind.
Welcome everybody to the Fandom Zone, a fun place with the most professional individuals you'll ever see.
With the most professional segues you'll ever get on the internet.
Christina's heading out, I think. Christine, I think
See you
Christine's
later.
heading out. Sorry. Have a good night, Christine, or afternoon, excuse me.
Oh, and while I got 21 people here, thank you very much. We were almost up to 30, so I appreciate you guys listening to this. I know some sections have been a little bit more serious, but I really just wanted to hammer home. And I think we covered the military thing. It is very concerning. And when we get ready for our final thoughts, I'm going to factor in as to why I've come to the conclusion that we should not enter this. And I feel Perp feels the same way Squirrel does. PB, where do you feel about us entering into this conflict?
America.
Oh.
I don't know. How about you read this article and then I'll have an answer for you.
So are zombies coming? Is that what this article say? Like,
I don't know. I've seen the Chernobyl diaries.
As long as they're Russian zombies,
radioactive,
then they won't
wolves.
understand you, or you won't understand them.
Wolves, radioactive wolves.
Oh God, no!
That'd be terrifying.
That would scare why hasn't
we all have
anybody done that?
We have a nuclear wish list, I guess. Okay.
Hey, look, Hollywood, we got ideas here. We've been telling you for months here. We've come up with gold. Okay, visit my channel. You got movies for years. Russia seizes Chernobyl, and Ukraine says radiation.
Oh, it's
levels.
not going to change the diaper right there, bro. Come on.
100%. Did it right there. What the fuck?
Yep, radiation levels are on the rise. So here's the beautiful view right here. That's just spectacular. Oh, look at that.
Look at my nuclear fallout.
So, oh my God, Fortune, no, I will not give you my
Would you
email.
like to sign up
us.
for email?
Who give us the email?
Email good, right?
We send
Email
you
good, right?
vodka. We send you some vodka, you drink, you give us email, everything okay. And the nuke fell off the back of the truck. I don't know what happened. I was drunk.
Oh my God.
I do have some Russian friends still. Probably not after tonight.
I had.
They're gonna break you, Zod, after this.
They're gonna be like, no, you're funny on the interwebs. Come over, we talk about what you say. We have nice
interwebs.
So,
oh no!
I swear to God, Squirrel. I swear to God, I heard them say interwebs. It was magical. It was a magical day.
Interwebs.
Like, you go on the interwebs. So internet. Fucking net. We are not back in the fucking 80s when this was first being developed, or 90s. Jesus.
Well,
the World Wide Web. Oh,
hey,
Jesus
Justin.
Christ.
Hi, guys.
Why? Why?
How's it going?
It's going.
It goes good.
It was going good.
What is Zod? What the fuck are you doing?
I do nothing. I drink.
Oh my God, I regret coming.
He's doing a Crimean accent.
It's a small man with shades. Get mad at me. I don't understand.
Oh man.
He turned off his mic. I feel very hurt by this.
So, did you just get off the short bus or something?
I never left. Russian forces captured Chernobyl. So, and this is concerning. If you guys don't know the history on Chernobyl, then go watch the fucking HBO special. It was fucking great.
That shit's fucked up.
Yeah, if you want to know,
HBO special about Chernobyl, like on the Max.
Yes, and it will. It goes. It's very. We both. That shit was.
Show was fire though.
It was fire. Literally and figuratively. Russian forces captured the Chernobyl nuclear power plant on Thursday, and Ukrainian officials say the radiation levels at one of the world's most toxic areas are on the rise. Now, Score, we were talking about this. How would the radiation levels be on the rise?
Well, they were having some fighting. So when the Russians came over yesterday, crossing across the river over there, and also I don't think they came through Belarus too, didn't they? I believe they did. And so when they came over, they were having a firefight with those that were still defending that Chernobyl location. And there's people there that are still operating it and kind of like, securing it because Chernobyl's still very obviously active. And so they damaged I guess, what would you call it? The nuclear waste facilities there. And that's as far as we are aware of. That's all that's been said. It's obviously it's significant damage because now we have radiation leaks. So that's all fun and games. So basically the Russians did take Chernobyl, and everybody that was working there, they allegedly took them hostage or have them still working at the facility to either maintain it or just holding them hostage. A lot of that's still kind of bumpy, unclear.
I'll dispel that. They're holding them fucking at gunpoint, and they're probably having them work because why send in your people when you can have free labor? And I'm not being a dick, but that's the truth. militaristically. Like I said, I've dealt with these guys. They're not going to. What they probably did was they sent some poor son of a bitch on guard duty with a fucking AK-47, and he's guarding some poor guy who's been working there. God bless their soul. And here, just so you know, that this is a fun fact: the radiation is so bad that even the radiation suits provide minimal protection from the radiation. You still get sick off of it. And this is concerning because if they are having this idea of reactivating that, that's not good.
Yeah, I know that they might. I believe some of this does go into, they had explosions and firefights at the nuclear power plant. So we're actually talking about the power plant and the nuclear waste storage at the plant. So not just simply walking around. So it was like, oh, that's great. Because in the beginning, there wasn't a lot of like steady information. It was very choppy. They were saying that Chernobyl wasn't taken. Then they said it was because they couldn't hide the fact that there was obviously damage and there was stuff that was going to show up. Like here we are, 24, 48 hours later, here we are.
And Sean Penn's crazy ass, because we got one more article about him because he's magical. Sean Penn's crazy ass probably they're like, they took it. So they were like, fucking Penn. We're probably in a hazmat suit right now.
Once again.
Bless his soul. Ukrainian's nuclear agency warned that the readings of gamma radiation in the exclusion zone exceeded control levels on Friday due to a large amount of heavy military machines in the area. And I don't know who said this in the comments. But the TJ said that because they're disturbing the soil. Good catch, CJ. Yes, they are disturbing the topsoil, which is still very fucking radioactive, and all of that is kicking that shit up. However, the condition of the Chernobyl nuclear facilities and other facilities is unchanged, those experts say, implying the situation is not yet critical.
It's not yet critical yet.
Oh, that's such a poor choice of words.
We are only at level orange.
We have not gotten to the red one. I was told red was bad. Chernobyl rose to infamy on April 26, 1968, when an explosion at the nuclear power plant led to what at the time was the worst nuclear disaster recorded. And I would maintain is still one of the worst. Like, watch that fucking HBO movie mini series they had. It was bad. It still is bad. When a site is still fucking radioactive and they have zones to where if you can't even go into the center or the epicenter without getting deathly ill and having 3 fingers. So
it doesn't seem that bad.
Jesus Christ, Justin. Roughly 305,000 people were evacuated from the area. The death toll has never been pinpointed, with estimates ranging as low as 4,000 indirect death, as low from the UN, so it's not accurate, to over 100,000, which might be more accurate. The exclusion zone is where the soil and after fallout is still at dangerous levels, covering 1,000 square miles in a forested area between the what the fuck? Did I jump? I jumped. That's what that feels like. Belarus, Ukraine border, and the Ukrainian capital of Kiev. The Russian military, while confirming it has captured the area, dispute the report of raised gamma levels. Yesterday, on February 24th, units of the Russian airborne forces took full control of the area around the Chernobyl nuclear power plant. Russian Defense Minister spokesman Igor, Jesus Christ, Russian names,
Konashenkov.
Igor.
Igor Konashenkov. Igor.
Is there an R in there? No.
Okay, proper radiation levels are normal in the power plant's area. The plant personnel continue to operate the power plant as usual and to monitor radiation levels. even if it's true, there's questions of how willing those workers are to be in the area right now. Pretty fucking willing. I bet you there's guns pointed at them. Officials in Washington have expressed their anger at the reports Russian troops are holding the staff at the plant hostage. We are outraged by credible reports that Russian soldiers are currently holding the staff of Chernobyl facilities hostage. White House Press Secretary Jen has said Thursday in a news briefing. This unlawful and dangerous hostage taking, which could upend the routine civil service efforts required to maintain and protect the nuclear waste facility, is obviously incredibly alarming and greatly concerning. We condemn it and we request their release. I'm sure they'll get right on that. So yeah. Let me start with
TJ said the north of UK was very mildly affected when it happened. So I mean, like, it affected because of imagine the, what do you call it, jet streams and stuff getting moved around just a tad bit. Let's see here. South Florida Drifter says, good grief. Yes, convoys of T-80s will kick up some dirt. Yikes.
Yep.
Chillmonger says, so it's goodbye diamonds and hello kryptonite.
Us Kryptonians hate that kryptonite shit. Keep that away from us. It's dangerous. I can't breathe over there.
So hello to TJ. Hello to Hen. Anybody else pop in? No, I think that was it. Sorry. I was catching up.
I don't know why I still read those the articles.
Yeah, but right. You still read the articles, and if you couldn't breathe, your reading level would still be the same.
Well,
I mean, can we really call it reading at this point?
I'm looking at words. Anyways,
phonic reading, like mental phonics.
Yeah, damn it, I know what I mean. Anyways,
right. Biden knows.
I know what I be saying. So, anyways, let me get the let me get the thoughts of the panel.
Oh man,
what do we think? Look at everyone's joy. What do we think the long-term repercussions could be? Do you think this could incite another serious catastrophic meltdown, or
no, it can't melt down again? What?
I mean, you know what I mean. Like, could this cause even more damage?
It's gonna cause more three-eyed fish.
I mean, it just depends. I mean, they quote contained it. That shit can last for a long time.
I thought that they were building a giant concrete dome to put over the entire thing. Is that finished yet?
I think they have it, but it's cracked. It's old.
Fucking cracked? God.
Well, it's old. Like, the original cover has been aged heavily because they haven't maintained it. That was one of the complaints that I had read in the international community. It was some article a while ago. Might have been around the time that documentary first came out.
Speaking of which, what do we think about Putin threatening Sweden and Finland?
What? It's about damn time. Like, why is he only threatening the ones that are in, like, southern Eastern Europe?
He wants to get those Baltic states.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he could control all that up there. There's all kinds of natural resources, and then he doesn't have to share it with any of those Scandinavian Vikings.
I mean, had this been back in the day, they would have grabbed their fucking warships.
Vikings around Zod.
Oh Jesus! Let's not rehash that.
Pip is gone. We're good.
But anyways, so Squirrel, you think this could kick up some shit, cause more? Could this maybe even spread because they have it contained? Could this maybe spread that?
Maybe. Very strongly.
Is Perp stuck in the back?
Is he?
No, I don't see him back here.
Then why did he say knock?
He says knock knock. Yeah.
I know, but I don't see him.
Oh.
Well, maybe he'll be back.
Okay.
I guess.
Weird.
But yeah, I don't know. But with the with the whole nuclear thing, it's like they can only contain it. So if it, let's just say for whatever reason they get rowdy again and they decide, you know what, screw this, we're gonna make an example, and they blow up something, whatever, maybe a containment. Let's just say for the sake of extremism, they decide to do something extreme and blow up one of the containment centers. Yeah, that could do some damage. That would be my assumption. Just depending on what they do and what areas they're going after, because it's still so heavily radioactive in those areas that is it possible they could spread that? And you're right next to a river, like not that far away. I don't know, man. It's just like a Fukushima. What the Fukushima's going on?
That's
And
what I
Jenny
was
Davis,
saying. Three-eyed fish man. You're throwing dirt down in the river, it goes everywhere.
Janie Davis has a comment for you, PB.
I don't understand the question.
Oh, because you made a comment about like, well, it's about time they threatened Finland and
Yeah,
Switzerland.
Nobody ever threatened Switzerland because they need to have quality watches.
And chocolate. Don't
Chocolate.
forget about the chocolate. Yeah, like my.
No,
And
when
their
you're going to war, you got to be on time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to arrive late, and you also need that chocolate. Y'all remember, like in World War II, when they showed the pictures of those soldiers eating chocolate? Man, if they can't do
No,
that,
I don't remember the pictures of soldiers eating chocolate. I remember a
don't you
picture of
watch
them raising a
documentaries?
flag. What?
They showed it like any war movie or documentary. They always showed they have the chocolate that the soldiers are eating. They're passing out. They got that chocolate. You never put that together. They were in
Wait a
Switzerland.
second. So, like, they're passing around their drugs to get all hopped up to murder Nazis, and you think that they were just eating chocolate?
I mean, even if that was the case, the drugs is in the chocolate, man.
It's okay. Sure it is.
I'm telling you, it's the government, man. They're in the trees. They're in the trees. Justin, what do you think about this? Do you think this could cause more of an issue? Do you think there's a big concern here?
I missed half of it, so I don't know what's going on.
Dude, they're driving around and near Chernobyl, and they're kicking up stuff that is still radioactive.
Maybe I'm going to save that for the rapid fire round.
Okay, like it could be a problem, but I don't think like they're not gonna keep doing it.
Are they at least in hazmat suits? I thought that was the only way you could do that.
What do you no? Like have you ever seen the show Top Gear, Justin?
No, I have no interest in that.
Okay, well, they just got in their cars and they drove through Chernobyl. You can drive
You're a bunch
through
of fucking idiots.
That was the challenge.
It's a challenge?
No, the challenge was to run out of gas before they got to Chernobyl, but they didn't make it. So they ended up driving through Chernobyl. Anyway, like you can be exposed.
What if they ran out of gas
so
in
long.
Chernobyl?
That's what happened to Hammond.
How is he now?
Shorter.
What the fuck?
I want to know what kind of physical changes will go around with that much radiation.
Oh, watch the Chernobyl Diaries, or The Hills Have Eyes. You get
The Hills Have Eyes. It's not in Chernobyl.
No, that's what you'd look like, though.
Oh my god!
You know, one of the actors didn't even have to put any prosthetics. That's
because he was in Chernobyl.
He wasn't born in Chernobyl. That was just his face. That
you're making up a backstory for this poor actor.
This guy's gonna send me the nastiest email.
My face is not that bad.
I've heard he's a really nice guy, but he's just like, yep, I just have this face. Sorry. And it gets me a lot of roles for some reason. Good for him.
Oh my. Something about Putin rubbing plutonium. Oh my.
Putin rubbed plutonium from Chernobyl on his private parts. Well, that explains his massive balls.
No, Kim. Malcolm Young is from Scotland.
So
Oh my.
PB gave
AC/DC?
his
Yes.
PB gave his thoughts, right? PB
What, you want me to give more thoughts?
so
Like, I was kind of joking about the three-eyed fish, but it's totally true, because if you're kicking up dirt, then the dirt goes in the river, then it settles at the bottom of the river, then the fish spawn in the river, and then the fish that grow, or, they don't get killed or whatever, they grow up next to the radioactive clumps of dirt, they get three eyes.
Yeah.
Hello,
There you go.
Stone Cold Jeremy.
What up,
They just
Soto
opened
Jeremy?
up a preschool there.
We are giving
See-
our thoughts
Oh my God.
and concerns about the stuff going on in the Ukraine. If you missed it, go back. You heard my strong opinions as a military
didn't.
person. Oh, PB was late, of course, but
Not of course, hurtful.
Rose Matter says that Putin wants the original Soviet Union back together.
I think
Yeah.
he wants more than the
He
original
wants a
Soviet
reunion.
Union.
Okay.
He wants a
he
reunion.
wants to get the band back together and add a couple members.
Exactly. I was going to say he wants to have like a big
Yeah,
party.
some of them are not around anymore, so they need fill-ins.
But,
It's kind of like when the Who came back.
Oh my God.
It's, Jesus Christ. Just Call Me Hen says, think
Minamata,
Minamata.
but worse, Zid.
Who's Zid?
Mr.
That's
Zid.
Mr.
Yeah.
Zid's fandom zone. It sounds like Zit almost.
Right.
Thank you.
Someone please meme Zod's face to a Zit.
I hate you so much. So cliff notes to my thoughts. I think the U.S. should stay the fuck out. That's my personal opinion. I think that we are not going to.
What do you mean by stay out?
Stay out of Chernobyl?
No,
That
I
would
think
be
we
good.
should. Yes, definitely stay out. of
I
Chernobyl.
recommend that, except for I'll save it for later.
I think that we should not engage in this, because this is not about us being altruistic. Okay, at the end of the day, and me and Squirt talked about this. No, it's about that.
Wait, so you're telling me that a comedian starts a TV show where he becomes Ukrainian president and then actually becomes Ukrainian president, asks for help because he's getting blown up by a madman because two cities in his country decide they want to become independent republics, and you don't want to help him?
No, it's his fault. He decided to get involved.
I think the problem is we're going into a situation where this is not about helping the people. This is about the money and the profit and the gain behind it. We're sending in people who are going to die for something that's not altruistic. And yes, maybe we will help people, but I think we're going to lose a lot more than we're going to gain. And newsflash, we're also not dealing.
What are we going to gain? What are we going to gain? You're right. We would gain nothing, because that's what we do, because we're America. We go to war, we win, and then we gain nothing. It sucks.
And it does. And we're not dealing with fundamentalists like before. We're not dealing with crazy people with bomb vests. We're dealing with a superpower that has nuclear weapons. And a guy, I believe, and this is my personal opinion, and I hope to God I'm wrong, but I believe he is willing to press that button, and you don't know where the fuck he's going to aim that. And unlike Mr. Kim, his bombs will reach us. And it's very real.
No, it's okay. It'll only get to California, and
I mean,
it's not like we need that.
But
it's not even part of America. It's fine.
I mean,
Justin, he can hit any place on the planet. What are you talking about?
May as well go for the gold.
Yeah,
he's got nuclear submarines. He can hit any city on the planet.
Hi, Finn Freak.
Yeah, why not Los Angeles?
Now, Lemon Pie has a good point, so we should let an asshole do whatever he wants forever. But this is the tricky thing. All of this could have been avoided. So, Squirrel, you had some thoughts on that. Elaborate a little bit about what I mean.
Los Angeles
about how this is set up.
A terrible target to hit with a nuclear bomb. Just so we're
Why?
clear. Because it has no strategic value.
True.
I mean, for us, it would. If they took out California, I
Yeah,
think
like
that'd be
we'll
a
have no more
celebration.
movies ever
That's-
again.
Well, that's true.
They make them in fucking Georgia.
So, okay, so
Don't let them know that.
with with the Ukraine and all of this, right? A lot of this stuff, like and this is the truth, right? They've known that this was going to happen for a while. So, what could they have done to prevent the amount of casualties that they're having right now? That's number one question.
What could Ukraine have done?
Yes. What could they have done to evacuate their citizens ahead of time, knowing that there was a date, knowing that there was threats of this happening, without having to give last minute instructions to like cocktails, like little Molotov cocktails and things like that, which is that truly is going on. The Ministry of Defense for Ukraine, they're teaching their citizens to make Molotov cocktails, to defend their homes, giving citizens guns to defend their homes and their families, which I believe that everyone should have the right to do so regularly anyway. But there's a lot of stuff here that it feels like there's been some kind of communication lost. But I blame it on the geopolitics. I blame it on the politicians. There's a lot of stuff that the fog of war is still going on right now. So it's unfair to say, okay, this is happening as a result of this. So it's not fair to do this. All I know is there's a lot of people who are getting hurt. There's a lot of propaganda flying on both sides. There's a lot of politics and I got a bigger dick than you, that kind of shit from everybody, dude. And some don't want to evacuate. That's fair. But were they given the option to pre-evacuate well before this? Where did they teach them how to? I want to know. I need to know more about that. What did they do to prepare their people for this? The U.S. government was actually going to do, and this is an article I think I actually retweeted this from the Hill, that the U.S. government there's defense people were talking about, military guys were talking about doing training over like web chat with their troops on how to be basically on training techniques to fight the Russians on a Zoom call type thing.
Which I can tell you, that's a terrible way to train anybody.
But the point is, though, this is what they've admitted. So this is all recent stuff from our U.S. government discussing like the reaction response. So there's all this stuff that could have been prevented to save lives, protect the Ukraine. NATO just went, fuck it. So it's almost like intentionally they let this occur. Now, I'm just saying this from the perspective of reading about this, watching this since last year, slowly rolling out. So what exactly is going to come out of this? What is the purpose of, I don't know, them possibly taking Kiev, whatever they call it now, because of the Czech and the Russian versions. And what's going to happen if that city falls? Is that going to be enough? Is that going to be the introduction to the invitation of NATO? Because they're going to say, oh, well, they're doing cyber warfare. That's enough to install a certain article from the, agreements and blah, blah, blah. I just feel like they're using the citizens like in the wrong manner. I'm glad that they're fighting back, and I'm glad that they're doing the right things to protect themselves. Yes, thank you. I know that. I'm just being general, okay? I'm keeping it simple because we're talking about a very ancient warrior, culture. They were Scythians running around. They actually have been around this warrior mentality for ancient times. So this like big, machismo, macho behavior is nothing new for the Russians, nor is it new for the Iranians, who they're related to by blood. They were feared by Vikings. This is history. This isn't like bullshit. So the Russians take great pride in being warriors in all of their bullshit, right? So where are we going with this? I don't know. But all I know is that there's a lot of politics and a lot of corporations, and they have a lot of interest in the Ukraine. I understand what they're playing at by not having boots on the ground yet. But there will be a response militarily at some point, and they know that. All of them do. And the threats from like the British side, those have been fun. Just, oh my God, I don't even want to talk about it right now. And just as bad as, with Biden, he doesn't come across very strong. That's my opinion. I think it's just this stuff. They're very strategic. They're not stupid people. They know what they're doing. This isn't a game. This isn't like Putin woke up one day and went, I think I'm going to be a madman today. He's crazy. Don't get me wrong, but like he planned this shit. So the fact that Ukraine knew this, they're of the same blood. Okay, I don't care. They're all the same blood. They're all from the same areas. Okay, they have family and other, on the Russian side and the Ukraine side. I don't know. I foresee this not being good at all. And China's fucking shady as fuck. And I think that little meeting they had before the Olympics, when it was just him and Putin together and they had their little chat, was them saying, so we're going to do this. What do you think? China's like, oh, that's cool. I got your back. I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to play games. And then we're going to try to play more political games. And I want Taiwan, and I'd like to get those islands that Japan, won't let us have. And he's like, well, what if you get Kim Jong, that kid down there, to, to give some people the kid, it's all just a game. So this is, people have called this, I don't know. There's a lot of words that people have called this. I think there's a lot of propaganda going on everywhere, not just one side, everywhere. So it's really hard to tell where this is going to head. But yes, they're stating that Putin wants to expand the Soviet Union. He wants to get his Baltic states. He even probably wants to go to Poland. And that's some World War II bullshit. We're just in the continuation
you
of World
have
War
to take he wants to. I was talking about this 2 nights ago. There's a chunk of Russia that's on is it the Baltic Sea? It's not connected to mainland Russia. It's just like a piece of land right there. It's on the other side of Poland. It's on the other side of all the tiny countries that are right there, Latvia, Estonia, whatever the fuck they are. And he wants to reconnect that, and go maybe a little further. But that comment on the bottom that Ukraine can't protect themselves, I mean, it depends on who you're going to war with. Like, I bet Ukraine could protect themselves if they got attacked by Georgia.
I mean, I would say Ukraine could protect themselves from most threats, but when it's like, think of it like civil war, right, guys? If we want to take it to something relatable to the U.S., because this is what blood fighting blood. This is crazy fighting crazy. That blood.
Oh, when you said think of Civil War, I thought you meant
don't
the
say
movie.
Captain America.
Totally thought he meant the movie.
This is a fight amongst the same bloodline. Okay, so they are equally crazy, but now we're talking about who's got the bigger guns at this point, and not who's got the bigger fight. And that's the crazy thing. And I like Lemon Pie's idea. I don't know if it's a reality right now. I don't think it is, but that's the idea I would prefer to go with. Right? I think we can reverse without directly going to war. I think there's some finessing, and the problem is if we had a fucking competent person in office right now, they could facilitate as an outside mediator who has interest in both things. But being that we have somebody who can't even find the fucking podium to make a speech here,
right? I did have a question, and this is like a general question for everybody, because my feeling on it is that I am very hesitant, and I don't feel well about the United States. Okay, 2 questions. First one, you guys are aware that Biden signed off on sending $3.5 million. Originally, I think it was 6, but some of 350 is going to go towards military, and then 300 something, whatever. I was reading some stuff about the money that he's sending to the Ukraine for military support. By doing this, it directly involves us in this. So what are the feelings from the audience, from people here on the panel about that decision? Do they support him sending American money over to support the Ukraine?
I think it is a fucking stupid idea, and I take it a step further. When you do anything, and you guys can take this back to fucking World War II, Okay. When Japan went after us, really think about why they went after us, right? What were we doing? We weren't in. We specifically said, we told Hitler, we told everybody, Churchill, we said, hey guys, hey, we're not in this. We got no dog in this fight. But what did we do
got our
there?
own problems.
Yeah, we were going through depression, all this shit, right? We had shit going on. And what did we say? We're not going to get involved. But we did, and it's funny looking at history, we did the same shit, right? We weren't involved, but we sent them supplies. We were sending things over there, and Japan looked at that as what? Well, yeah, they're not sending people, but they give this illusion now. Well, if you're sending supplies, when are you going to start sending people? And Japan's thinking was militaristic, like let's take out the base and hit them by surprise before they can even mobilize to get anything going, right? Because then they attack Pearl Harbor, and that's all strategy. So here's how I'm thinking: by even sending money, especially in this new age that we're in, right? By even sending money, and we talk about this in Hollywood, right? When they make those indirect statements, you are indirectly supporting and taking a side. And in Putin's mind, he's going to look at that and say, I told the US don't get involved. That doesn't mean cut a person a check, send fucking aid. That means stay the fuck out. That was very plain English, as good of English as he talks.
What
Stay
exactly does money do when you're
money
just
does
trying?
a lot.
No, I'm saying, we flew in literally, right? We flew in a pallet full of cash and we sprinkled it over the citizens and they picked it up and then they got bombed and died. What's the money do? Like, why are we not sending actual physical supplies?
I was just getting to that. So with that being said, right, he threw in that money as a suggestion. So already in Putin's mind, he told us to stay the fuck out. Seeing this, even just throwing cash, right, that is us saying, hey, we've picked our dog in the fight, at least in their mind. So at this point, if you're going to do something like that, then fucking don't send them money, right? Send them weapons. Send them, like, I don't know, some fucking National Guard reservists there, to teach people something, right? Because by sending this money, it's already sent a statement that we're now involved in some capacity, which is going to be taken as a threat because Russians are very sensitive. So they're going to see that as we told you not to interfere.
Don't tell them they're sensitive.
Yeah, you don't want to say that, but no, but we told you don't do anything. Just hang back and let me do my little plan, and I'm going to go sweep in and take all of these fucking places. Well, now we're sending money. At that point, Squirrel, why not just fucking commit? Send the fucking troops, because by sending the cash, you're still sending a statement that we're doing something. We're going against what was directly
You're right.
sent.
If they're gonna do it, they may as well just if they're gonna pick a side like that, don't be a pussy about it. Just go in, balls to the walls, just like, yep, we're sending our forces. Don't fuck with them. Don't do it. Either that or don't send them money. Stay out of it, and say like, good luck, guys. Like, unless they're like calling you on the phone every day, like, dude, like, what's up? Like, can you please help us out? Which I'm sure was not said exactly like that, but imagine if they just said,
yes,
hey, dude.
I want to send medical supplies, not like ammo and guns.
I mean, this is the actual delegation of authority. It says on here 250 million will be assistance without any basically that's more for security interests, so whether that's moving people or getting resources, and then 350 million is in defense articles and services, and so that's for the Department of Defense and military education and training, and that is for their determinations. So that's how they're going to be splitting up the funds. So $600 million in total aid to the Ukraine.
To go and get split up where again?
$350 million will go to, well, basically defense articles and services for the Department of Defense and military education and training.
Okay.
And then $250 million is for assistance without regard to any provision of law within the pursuant of section, and it names the section, but it's for Foreign Assistance Act of 1961. So basically it's like for evacuation or whatever.
Here's $250 million for you to do what you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm just saying, at that point, you're still sending some kind of aid. So if you're going to do it, I agree with you, PB. Why not? If we're basically committing to this, right?
We're funding this war a little bit. So yeah.
So at that point, why not send something useful? Send something that the people can use now, because you're right. PB's funny analogy, right? We're dropping a bag of cash like Santa Claus, but for that kind of involvement and for how the enemy is going to perceive it. And Janie Davis did say you could lie about it, but they're not stupid.
Except we're not. They're already been honest about it.
So
there's a fucking article. Like there's a sheet right there. There's a sheet of paper. Here we go. You just trace it.
So at that point, why not send useful shit? Why not send people to, I don't know, train these people how to fight instead of doing a fucking Zoom call? Because even that,
that does seem weird. It's like, hey, here's $350 million to train people, and they're like, thanks, but we don't have anybody to spend the $350 million on to train the people. That was the problem, and that's why we wanted to join NATO, because we don't have the military to defend from Russia.
I think it's gonna get very interesting, because if they have, let's say, $350 million, they could contract out to groups to come in.
Like that's why I said, like it said the $350 million is supposed to be for training, and I was like, well, what constitutes training in your world? Well, training was this special operation and that special operation. Not to mention $250 million to do whatever you need to do.
Right.
Like $250 million goes a long way when you're hiring mercenaries.
Shalina says, first, I'm just going to read through it quickly here. Sorry if I missed some of the comments. We did send troops over to England in World War II before Pearl Harbor happened. And then, let's see here. Jenny said she was responding to Lemon Pie about, I know right now in this moment with what Russia is doing, it's, not a good idea. That was a response. Finn Freak says, again, it's about Russia's security. They're already surrounded by NATO. We wouldn't put up with it here. We risk nuclear war over missiles from Cuba.
Yep.
Oh, look how that turned out.
Thankfully, better than it could have.
Yeah. My grandfather was in the Navy at the time. I asked him about it before he passed, and he just said, "Oh yeah, Kennedy said we were going to go to Cuba," and then he said, "Never mind." I was right. I was like, "Never mind. Are you serious?" And then my uncle was a paratrooper, and he just sat in an aircraft for 36 hours waiting for something to happen. They said, "Okay, go home." I was like, "What?"
I mean, for that, I would at least want to fly over somewhere and be like, "Fuck that!" I've been
they were just chilling in an aircraft like that.
Oh my god!
But I can imagine the stress there.
Yeah.
Like, okay, that's what I wanted to know, but they just said it so simply. I was just like, oh my god! It's like this is what Forrest Gump would say. Like right. Jesus.
It's because they were real men.
So,
you know what? I think Forrest Gump would qualify as a real man, even though a lot of people would think unconventional. But
So let's cap off this whole thing, because I've got one side article to kind of lighten the mood before we
Star
go.
Wars,
oh please! Oh no! Please no!
this is a fun Star Wars one. But
oh no.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you guys are
Nothing
gonna
is
get
fun about Star Wars
because
anymore. Nothing
this
is
kind of
fun.
does pertain with what's going on because of CNN's big things to cover. They want to what divert Americans' attention, so we're gonna talk about a Star Wars attraction. But anyways,
Oh
I want to give
no,
some
that one.
final thoughts
Oh,
on this,
man.
overall feelings, and I just want to say to everybody, we've been in the high 20s, almost 30s. Thank you for listening to what we had to say.
You're welcome.
I'm glad to open up this discussion. I think that this is a very, yeah, yeah. Well, H. Let me just say, the old world order heading for the new world order. Do not be fooled. This was planned. I 100% agree that there was a plan in place here. And I want to say, my feelings are this. I understand at this point where we are right now. There needs to be a response. There needs to be a show of strength. Unfortunately, that's how these things work. Once you get the gears of war going, it's kind of we're on the crazy train and we got to ride it out. But I want people to know the logistics of everything, and I've personally seen this. There's profit here. This isn't altruistic. And I want to dispel the fucking myth going on Twitter like this is some kind of just saving innocent people. Everybody played a part, and I fucking mean everybody played a part for over a couple of years now into what's happened. This tragedy could have been avoided by the Ukraine's own government. Okay, so them coming out and begging us for help, it is kind of fucking us. It's kind of, I don't know, scummy to me because they didn't give a fuck about their people when they put their people in this position. So we shouldn't be putting them on a fucking pedestal. Both these guys opted for this option. Neither of them wanted to come to a decision, and now they brought the whole fucking world into this because now it concerns everybody because it's a nuclear power. And I want to stress that we're not going to get into a fight with a country like Somalia or Zimbabwe or some third world fucking country that's not going to touch us. And people need to realize this, okay? This is a very real threat to even here at home. These people have fucking nukes. They have predator missiles like us. Our border is shit.
Right.
And these people can cross into our border. Fucking the borders had what cartels, fucking true story. Suicide bombers tried to get into this country through those passages. Am I wrong, Squirrel? You
Not a joke.
I'm sorry. What?
Suicide bombers were using those hidden passages to get through there during the Afghani bullshit to try to get in. This is a real thing. Russians could try to go through that. And with the way that we got laxed with border, they could use that to get in here. There's very real tactical ways. This isn't going to be a war that's going to be fought on some unknown battlefield if we go down this route. We could very well see some shit like back in the day. What was that movie? Red Dawn? That shit ain't a joke. Like you hear it from my mouth and you could be like, that's odd. But I'm fucking dead serious. You could
and to be honest with you,
Russians I think, dropping down.
And I think to be honest with you, a lot of this stuff sounds very surreal. But what's crazy is that a lot of them thought, well, Putin's just going to go into those two areas. Okay, do his little, look, these are new republics. Check it out. They're independent. Check it out. They thought it was going to end there, but he decided to go all the way into the Ukraine. And none of them were expecting that. That's why he's a madman, especially after his speech where he was just like, fuck the West, basically.
Well, he had to go all the way into Ukraine. Look at all the atrocities that they were committing against Russians that were living there.
Right.
Never heard of it before in my life, but apparently it happened.
Yeah, Red Dawn with Patrick Swayze was a great movie. It was, and we don't have Swayze leading this army.
There was a good comment, and I don't mean to. Sorry, my brain. I'm going back real quick. There's so many good comments. I apologize, guys. Hello, Lily Potter. She showed up in
Hello,
chat.
Lily Potter. How are you?
Hi.
Oh,
We
God.
thought you were dead. It's good to
see
see
here.
you're still around.
Good Lord. That's so dark.
I mean, the Dark Lord did get to her, so.
Finn Freak says, but all
What?
Putin wanted was
Yeah, Voldemort.
Quiet,
Never
quiet.
heard of him.
Quiet.
I'm going with the.
God damn
never
it, Justin.
Okay, so I'm sorry. I was giving a look and I forgot my camera was off. I'm like, damn it. Oh, I'm sorry, Justin. Next time I'll make sure I get it right. Okay, so Finn Freak says, but all Putin wanted was a guarantee that Ukraine wouldn't join NATO, and that's really what stirred all this. He pointed that out earlier, and that's correct. Yeah, it's shady, but what started World War II was, and Rose Matter said, Germany invading Poland.
Yep.
When I said the comment earlier about them bombing Poland, I'm talking the actual country, not the border region. Like I'm talking like really going into Poland. They're not doing that yet. God. Oh my God. The day that happens, I'm like, that's it. Let the meteor come. You know, it's fine. And then Lemon Pie says, well, you know, Finn, Ukraine gets to decide that, not Russia. Oh man, that's here we are, right? Here we are experiencing that. Then let's see here. I apologize, guys. And no, Russia doesn't get to decide what other nations do, but that whole area, this is Soviet Union shit. And then TJ says you have to carry on the stream now. All the European and Brits are awake.
Yeah, that's why. And look, this is why I wanted to talk to you, to you guys as a chat, because you guys are from different countries that could be affected by this, and I consider everybody that I interact with and stuff. We've all got a great community. This affects. Hey, Kreml, good to
Hey,
see you.
Kreml.
This affects you guys too. This could be a very real thing to you guys, and once again, I get angry by this, and it's because of the shit I've seen. It's like it's never these assholes that are going to feel these repercussions, right? It's never going to be the Putins and that fucking dude in the Ukraine. It's never going to be those guys. It's going to be the innocent people, the civilians that get caught in the crossfire. For what? Because we couldn't make a fucking decision about someone joining NATO. Just think about that. Just think about the events leading up to this. It's dick measuring that is spilled over.
Dick measuring that is spilling. Okay, all right. Let's
yes, and it's come all over this situation.
I'm listening.
Oh boy!
You know what's funny is like I'm reading Lemon Pie, and he goes, then if Russia controls Ukraine, next they'll say they demand Poland can't be in NATO either, and that's true. And you know, I was thinking about this, like Slovakia, because my family is from some of my family is from the Slovakian Czech area, right? And they got out. Well, some of them got out like just before World War I, and so a lot of the history we know about in that area and shit. And I'm watching this unfold, and they're all nervous, right? Hungary's like, "Fuck you! I don't want anything to do with this shit." And Slovakia's like, "No, it's good." And then it escalated. Now it's escalated, but it's just interesting to see how all of those, you know, border countries are kind of handling this. It's all interesting to me. I'm like, okay, so we're gonna watch that dynamic and the paranoia of the past. You know, that's like Americans. They don't teach history well at all.
Not anymore.
Oh, it's
I mean,
horrible.
they teached it like shit when I was going through, and that was a you know, I'm a '90s kid into the 2000s. The history was getting sketchy. I remember my mom looking at the books going, that didn't fucking happen like that. And now my daughter brings back a history book about ye big, and I'm like, where the fuck is the history? Like literally, my daughter's book is about that big. You remember how big those history books, guys, were? Everybody, fucking this big, and you lug that shit through
There was
every
jack
period.
shit in it. Yeah.
Yeah, and you could fucking knock an attacker over the head with that book, unconscious, and now they got these skinny fucking books. It's like how much more fucking history do, and this is why we have this going on. That's the irony, because people aren't learning from fucking history. It's old beefs, old rivalries, bullshit.
You never want old beef. You want your beef to be fresh.
Fresh beef.
Indeed.
And lemon pie, I have no doubt about that. You've said some very good comments. And look, even if we personally don't agree with what people are saying, I'm glad to have this input. I want to know how you guys feel, because I wanted to have this discussion. This is very fucking important. And that's the problem.
When you say that you personally don't agree, does that mean like you spiritually agree? Or like
I mean,
you like emotionally agree?
No, come on, no.
You just don't personally agree.
It's not what he would do.
Yeah, but
if he was in that situation, pretty much.
But I understand it, and this is how I gain more knowledge, right? Because we talk with the chat, we talk amongst ourselves in a panel, and we work shit out. And it's funny because we're doing a fuck of a better job than the UN. Maybe they should have just gave us this in the Phantom Zone. We would have figured this shit out easily.
I can imagine that conversation. The UN.
Hey, okay, we got
dear Mr. Zod's Fandom Zone, can you, Mad Squirrel, Justin Proper, and PB, or depending on what his avatar is at the moment, fake Biden or whatever, can you four random people decide what we should do in the situation? We already tried the Velociraptor. It didn't quite work out. It wasn't received well. So let's try you four. Why?
Dr. Zod said, that's right.
I hope I never get that responsibility. That's too much of a burden.
When you get responsibility, you just got to make sure that, yeah. Then you're good. Joe. Thank you.
When you have responsibility, you just That's
was
it.
Great. That's a Joe Biden speech. I agree.
Oh,
lemon pie.
I have a question though.
Hold on.
Well, go ahead.
I got the answer.
He has a great point. This all could have been avoided if Joy Behar joined NATO. She would have been to Italy, had her diamonds, and started world peace. Fucking cunt. I'm sorry, Janie. That was the second time, but she's a cunt. She deserves it. Her and Amber are on a special cunt level these days.
I think the Joy Behar thing is going to trigger you for a while. You're just
Man, why did you have to steal my joke?
Dude, Joy Behar, I have hated this fucking bitch. Okay, Zod rant time. I hated this fucking dumb
full
twat.
Screen.
I have hated this dumb twat for years. Every time this fucking bitch talks, nothing of any value comes. How the fuck do you have a panel of 4 ditzy bitches on a good day who all say some meaningful shit, Joy? They say some shit like, I hope the people get relief. I hope we get help. We really need to fix this situation. And what does Joy say? What does fucking Joy say? Yeah, well, and my trip to Italy is totally ruined. And with the whole pandemic thing, Joy, we're out of the pandemic. Pandemic's old news, Joy. Now it's this fucking war. And I'm sorry that your fucking pleasure cruise to fucking Italy got ruined. Poor Joy. You know what? I'll get a fucking canoe, Joy, just for you, because you're fucking special. You're the most fucking special snowflake in all of the fucking snowflake universe. I'll get a fucking canoe. You can sit your fucking fat ass in the back of the canoe, okay, and tell your shitty jokes that haven't been funny since the fucking 80s, all right? And we'll fucking paddle there, Joy, because I fucking care. I care about your fucking trip. We'll paddle there. We'll pay in fucking rubles or whatever the fucking currency is.
You're so ridiculous.
Joy,
wait.
You and Zod
jokes?
on a
When did she ever say jokes?
She's a comedian, allegedly.
Apparently. So Joy, here's from you. Zone, okay? if you ever fucking come across this, Joy, you just drop me a line, all right? Send me a fucking DM, all right? And I will risk my life. That's how much I care about your fucking vacation, okay? I will get a 2-seater and I will paddle you up the fucking rivers, Joy, and we'll make it. You and me against the world. You fucking dumb bitch.
Seems like you have a hard-on for Joy.
Like, oh my God. I'm sorry. It's just like...
I thought you were going to say, I want to help you. I'll give you a canoe. You can go to the, like the Black Sea. Like...
She does have short hair.
I
mean, she does have short hair. Sorry.
Like, I've listened. You guys don't understand my pain. I've listened to this dumb twat talk for years and years, stupid shit. And just when I think Joy couldn't say anything stupider, nope, Zod gets fucking surprised. I fucking wake up. Joy Behar said something. I go, oh, maybe this is the Whoopi Goldberg thing, right? We can sign. Nope. What you hear is what you get.
I find it quite hilarious that she takes great pride in being Whoopi Goldberg's lapdog.
Yeah, it's amazing. Sure,
because Whoopi Goldberg has actually done stuff with her life.
Yeah,
and has actually had some great accomplishments.
Well,
unlike Joy Behar, who what has she done?
The View. For the past 150 years.
She did somebody to get to where she's at.
I mean,
and somebody.
I mean, she kind of mooched off of Barbara Walters, and now is mooching off of Whoopi Goldberg. Like, what is she? What sort of value?
I knew Barbara Walters' grandparents
at all. I'm genuinely asking, because nothing that I have seen on The View, and yes, I am an avid viewer of The View. I'm their #1 fan, obviously.
I hate you so much.
But records all the episodes.
Yes, all 3 of them.
I stream it all the time.
No, but she's literally every single time she said nothing. She's added nothing to the conversation each and every single time.
She literally says, Justin, she literally either says,
why is she there?
Why is
she there?
It's to get those ratings of angry outrage, because they know that she talks the way she does, and it's going to stir shit with somebody, and she's edgy. And like I said, how the hell who did she do?
I guess.
And well, edgy. God, I don't even know. Whatever.
The human
middle
squirrel
of the
is
road,
correct.
like boring, nothing questions.
What was that
like
by him?
left leaning, and that's it.
What was that by him?
I said the human looking squirrel's correct.
Oh no.
Joy is therefore the only reason that I'm in the White House. Hate clicks.
Ice cream time.
Ice cream time.
Yeah.
You go have ice.
Rose said that
Is
she
it
dated
nap
a guy.
flavored ice cream?
Maybe. She said that she dated a guy from Czech, and the horror stories he told her. Oh man, yeah. It's and the thing is like there are still places, and a lot of people don't get this, right? In like Hungary and Slovakia and Czech, what used to be Bohemia, all that stuff. Those areas still look war torn, and like it's almost like here in the States, like how some areas in the Midwest look like the Great Depression never left. Like
or
there's that
where you can't go to Atlanta.
Oh my God.
Or where you go to Pruvess.
It's just
Compton,
sad.
Fucking Brooklyn, Bronx, Staten Island.
Yeah. South Florida drifter. I've been tweeting like the last 3 or 4 days. That dude writing that. Yeah, and there's video of him. I have it on my Twitter too. If you want to check out, I do a lot of updates on the Ukraine and all of the others back. There's some crazy shit from their head of their like, or like their what is it? The Nova Cosmos. Their NASA. Crazy. Wrote a book called The Joy of Sex, but it was absolutely.
I couldn't say it out loud. funny after all. You know what? I'll just say it. Fun fact: Joy Behar wrote a book called "The Joy of Sex." Unfortunately, it was about abstinence. That's about as much value as she has on The View.
Hey, they
Lemon pie
they
sauce.
type
Oh
up
my
jokes for me
God,
too.
she's taking that seriously.
But it seems so legitimate.
It's a pun.
But here's the sad part. You confused lemon pie because it could have actually been a thing. Because
you know the thing.
TJ, thank you.
Hi, TJ.
For coming on. We really appreciate having you. And truly, thank you guys. We're on the 3-hour mark, so I'm going to get to another fucking dismal article from Dismal Disney.
Star Wars?
Yes.
I'll go get
Biden.
PB.
I was going to say, didn't Biden live through the first screening of Star Wars?
Biden was around when Star Wars happened for real.
Biden is still fucking trapped in Star Wars. Anyways,
Biden was Baby Yoda.
Oh dear God. Come on, man. I don't hate Yoda that
transition, okay?
Disney's Star Wars Galactic Starcruiser is worth the price tag if you're willing to let loose and play. You guys remember when we covered this? The shitty attractions, the overpriced rooms. So CNBC had a riveting article on this.
I thought it was
today.
CNN.
No, we're doing CNBC.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
So let's listen to their experience. For how much was it again? Hold on. I want to look this up.
Too much.
It was a ridiculous amount.
It was $6,000 or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's right.
Honestly, $200 would have been too much.
Let's see. Star Wars Galaxy.
It's not going to say the price in the article. Isn't the article below the bullet points?
Okay, Mega Jetty.
All right. See you later, Mega Jetty.
Oh no! I was just saying. Okay, to him.
Oh man!
How dare you?
You fucking tricked him. I thought I had the thought, and I was like, if I had the thought and he's doing something else, this motherfucker's gonna react, and he fucking did. That was beautiful, Squirrel. Thank you.
You're welcome. Indirectly not knowing.
Good job, Squirrel.
Oh, oh my God. Like,
so
be better, General.
So let me just bring up to you guys before we dive into this, okay? Let's look at the prices. All right, let's hold on. I can share more than one thing, right?
I mean, you can, but you gotta like switch back and forth.
Ah, shit. Well, fuck all that noise. So let's go to let's give you guys some prices. Star Wars, the Galaxy Starcruiser, 2-night immersive.
It doesn't say Galaxy, it says fucking Galactic.
I'm sorry. PB gets edgy with the Star Wars experience. Okay, I don't want to hear their.
Wait, what the fuck did he say?
Oh, what was that? Whoa.
He said
what
Galaxy.
What is the food? What is that? The star food?
This is the star food. Looks very much like Chinese.
It looks
food.
like Chinese food.
Fucking it does. I love Chinese food.
Let me see. Start planning. Let's start planning. What we got
does it get served by Rose Tico to keep it authentic?
Oh my God.
Shut the fuck up.
Prices to stay. Let's see.
Horrible.
Oh God.
Let's go to the prices. Come on, give me the. I'm scared. There's no fucking price.
Okay, so 2 nights.
It's 2 nights. I know it was astronomically expensive. It was like $1,000 and some change.
Astronomically. Hey, look at you with the zingers.
Astro.
So here's the highlight.
Oh shit! Hello, Terrence.
Terrence,
what's up, T-Virus?
He refers to himself in the third person. Classic Terrence.
See, you can do this shitty thing where you get to touch buttons and there's a big screen. Look, you get the shitty lightsaber challenge. We all looked at that.
We have we have somebody who's looking has her hair done like Ray. Isn't that fucking?
Look at all these things that you gotta do.
Oh Jesus! Do they have a fucking salon in there?
And they were listed in fancy non-square boxes to make it look like it's in a galaxy far, far away.
So let's go back to the article. I want to see if they name the prices. I can tell you guys, it is fucking astronomically expensive. It's in the upper
couldn't
thousands.
even find the prices?
Considering, didn't Justin talk about this yesterday?
I did not, because honestly, I am
1200?
done talking about this bullshit. I'll talk about live action stuff, but that is it.
This is live.
No. This is like the merchandise and stuff, like the not merchandise, but yeah, hotel stuff, yeah, whatever. I don't give two fucks. I am done with this shit. I'm done talking about it. I do not care anymore unless it's a live action TV show or a movie. Like that's how finished I am. I don't give a fuck anymore. So that's why I'm not talking about it on my channel.
It seems
I'll
like
talk
a
about it on
weird-
other people's channels.
It seems like a weird line to draw, but whatever.
So, Emergent takes on a new meaning aboard Disney's newest theme park attraction.
Did you just fucking say emergent?
No, I said immersion.
No, you said emergent.
Anyways.
You want me to read the fucking article?
No, I don't, because then we don't get classic stuff like that.
No, that's true. All right, carry on.
This is Star Wars Galactic Starcruiser. For the moment, passengers aboard the shuttles to the oh dear God.
For the moment?
From the moment.
Yeah.
Passengers board the shuttles to the
Why are you
Starline.
scrolling? Just read.
Starlines, the Star Cruiser known as the Holocron.
There's no R in it again. There's no stop saying like stop it.
Stop yelling at me.
He loves
if there
adding
isn't
those
an
R's.
R in it, don't use the R sound.
He's a
You're
space
hurting my
pirate.
feelings.
You know what? You've been through basic. You no longer have feelings.
Wow. It escalated so quick.
True. He's been broken.
I have
been broken.
I'm a broken villain.
Oh my God. It went so savage so quickly.
Was that too harsh?
I found the Russian on the panel.
Pretty sure it's Halcyon.
I feel like I went too far with that.
No, I'm kidding. No, that was. What's wrong? Oh.
Oh, I just saw my beautiful woman. She's staring at me with loving eyes.
She's like, why
Are you
can't
done
read?
yet?
What is she saying? I want to know.
She's
Hi,
saying mind your
Vicky.
fucking business, Justin. It's uncanny.
Oh my
Just-
God.
What?
Yeah, she was just like
Excuse you.
she was just like that fucking Justin. What is he doing all up in my business? It doesn't slow.
All I did was say hello and wave very graciously.
$1,200. Yeah, Cromwell man. $1,200 per person per day. That's ridiculous.
Wait,
The fuck?
and it's 3 days?
2
Yes.
days? Oh no, wait, is this the 3-day package? Or is this just, well, it doesn't matter. This is a generic sleep. Oh my God, steep price tag.
2 days.
Steep. That's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, only
There are
CBS is
so
gonna-
many more things you can do with $2,400.
So yeah,
Like cocaine.
Or I don't know, prostitution.
Look at the size of these rooms.
That'd be
though.
great. Like you could do that, or I don't know, you can fly out to the UK if you want.
Okay, let me before
Like, you
we
can
do
do
this, let me-
anything.
No,
with
they
that.
don't. I'm told
And
that
you
the
choose to go
cocaine's
to a
not as good in
stupid,
the UK.
subpar hotel. It's fucking ridiculous. That's why I won't talk about it.
So here we go. Let me get through this, because it's getting kind of late, and I don't want to
Bitchy is
have.
telling you to wrap up. We
Right,
get it.
right. Yeah, we know,
Yeah.
Zod. You don't
We can
got
hear
like get it.
I'll make
yeah.
my rapid fire quick, but you first.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Huh.
You hear the whip in the background? Yep. You're
There
in
we
trouble.
go. All right,
Boom!
all right. Get through your half reading of this article.
Jesus
Chopping
Christ.
chop.
Hurry the
so
fuck up! She's giving you the look.
I agree, Mega Jetty.
So it's around a 1,200 per person per day, and has been cloaked in secrecy until now. So let's address the bantha in the room right away. Is Star Wars Galaxy Starcruiser worth the price of admission? Yes, but with one condition. You will be willing to pay. That is the stupidest fucking statement I've ever read. Yes, it's worth the price, but only if you're willing to pay. What?
It says
What?
play, not pay.
Play, pay. It's stupid. Okay. Passengers get back.
What are we playing?
They're gonna tell you.
Yes. Passengers get back what they put into their time aboard the Halcron. Yeah, I used an R. So fucking that. It's my fucking channel. If you suspend your disbelief, embrace the story, and participate without self-consciousness, so you get to be sedated? What? If you do a shit ton of coke, you're gonna have a great time? I mean,
Well,
really
you can do that anywhere. You'll have a great
I
time
could do that
wherever
in
you are if
Vegas.
you're doing a shit ton of coke.
You could
For
fly to.
that,
Oh God.
for that
sorry, I almost
price,
said some shit. So sorry.
Aww.
I was gonna say for that price you can go to the Ukraine, donate your time and do more effort.
because I wanted to bring this up for that reason, unicorns. Or sorry, I'm totally
Squirrel?
distracted.
Oh my
Squirrel.
God.
She's
Wrong
flashing you.
fucking animal.
Yep, she's fucking flashing you. That's why he keeps looking over.
Jesus Christ.
Mhm.
So, for that price, when we could be sending money to, help the Ukrainians, but no, CNBC thinks we should be experiencing Star Wars. So, anyways, here we go. Breaking down the cost.
Everybody
There is
should
no
experience Star Wars. Anyway.
Well, but
There
it's
is no
Disney Star
denying
Wars. Ugh.
that
Shut
traveling above the big H is pricey. For 2 adult guests, the trip will cost around $4,800,
Oh
and
my
for a
God,
group
dude.
of 4, 3 adults, 1 child, it's nearly $6,000.
Why the fuck
Oh,
is a
gee.
throuple taking their child on a fucking cruise? 3 adults and a child? What is that shit? What?
That's how they are at the resorts.
Is that what they said?
Yep.
Just 3 adults and a child. What constitutes a
I
child?
thought
Or
that
is
was
that
two
like
adults. I thought that was 2 adults. And
It's 3
It just
adults.
says group of
Oh,
4.
3 adults.
one
3
child.
adults,
the
1
third
child?
one?
What is that?
Who's the
3
third one?
Oh,
Grandma?
okay. The couple. Okay, the original.
That's
The mom
some
and dad are
couple.
divorced, and the other one has their partner.
Yeah, so he's getting
It's
cucked.
supposed to be
What a
inclusive.
guy.
Remember?
Oh my
All
God, dude.
inclusive.
Brought your cuck on your cruise. Your cucking cruise.
Wait a
This
minute.
is
Wait a minute. It's not even all inclusive. That's just for you going there. Not to mention the price of the drinks at the bar or the food.
What?
Like, am
Yeah,
I wrong about
basically
that?
drink water.
You know,
Oh,
these types.
for fuck's sake.
The pricing on here is very similar to how the resorts are. It's like, it's not very, like, I don't know, like cost effective at all. It really
It's not
isn't.
affordable.
It says the 2-day experience includes a hotel room, all food and drink except alcoholic and specialty beverages. So you just got to bring some alcohol with you.
Yep, bring a flask. Spike that fucking fruity punch.
Oh my god.
Yep.
I mean, okay. So you can drink all of the fountain Pepsi that you can hold in your gullet.
However, for fans looking for the ultimate Star Wars experience, a voyage aboard the Big H may be worth
Jesus
the
Christ.
price. Even if it's for a shorter period of time. The 2-day experience includes a hotel room, all food and drinks except for alcoholic and specialty beverages, a day trip to the Hollywood Studios Park, a magic band, and valet service at
Valet.
I
Valet.
want to sound.
What did you? No, I think he said valet. Did he not?
No, he did not.
What did he say?
I don't know, but it was not valet.
Sorry, it was my.
Did you say valid or something?
Yeah, I think he did. Yep, that sounds right. It was like wallet. It was
Wallet.
Chillmugger said, "What if
you don't even know valet? Jesus Christ!
What if the adult? What if the adult is 18 and dating a 17-year-old? That's
not unreasonable. What constitutes as a child to the hotel? Like
that's like, what I asked.
Sometimes you can't even book a hotel until you're 25.
They're like,
is that the case?
So I mean, look at this room. Looks
not
okay, you don't even have a window.
Oh, God, you have to see where they like. Okay, this is for the
what
family.
What do you mean you don't have a fucking window? There's a fucking window right there. What do you think they're looking at?
That's a TV.
It's a TV.
No, it's a projection. Like it's
not
a real window.
They are looking out into space.
Do you really think you're in space? No.
They're on a fucking cruiser.
Oh my God. I knew this article was going to be magical. So let's continue. The designers took inspiration.
They said you're supposed to be unfucking conscious, guy. Get on board with it.
The designers took inspiration from different aspects of the Star Wars universe. The bunk beds, for example, are reminiscent of shapes found on the Millennium Falcon.
I don't remember bunk beds on the Millennium Falcon.
You didn't see that room. Did you ever see where Han slept on the Falcon? No.
Yeah,
dude.
I just thought that there were like 2 rooms or something.
Did they show you? Is there more in this article? Are there pictures of the other side of that room? I don't want to see Guido's cousin. No, like they're in part of the same room accommodations. They have bunk beds where the kids are, so you're all in one room.
Oh God.
Yeah, the way that one room was set up, there was 2 bunk beds, like where the adjacent from where the family was looking into the, I guess the screen of
There's
Cosmic
some fucking
Wonder.
Star Wars food, yeah.
What the fuck? That looks like disgusting vegan
I
shit.
know, it looks fucking ridiculous. I want it.
Looks like a mushroom.
What is that?
Frack off. Hi, Frack off.
Are these just like? Do they only serve dessert on here? What the fuck is that?
Here's
Dude,
the
all of
Okay,
this,
those
this
are the
looks
drinks. That's
completely
cool. That's cool as
ludicrous.
fuck.
I'm on board with it.
I like the blue one.
Wait,
too
go
expensive.
up for a second.
Well, these are the drinks you probably got to pay for.
Wait, so
These are
on the left
specialty
there
ones.
is
You get a
it,
the
wait,
one on
hold
the left comes with a vape.
Yeah, no, it comes with marijuana.
Yeah, you've got to be
That's
out
a
of your...
dab pen, motherfuckers.
Fucking A, man.
Guys, hold
Shit.
on.
Way to
Hold
go.
on. If you get the drink package and then you get a vape, like a dab pen with it, that makes it worth $6,000.
Fuck.
You get it's the drink package is also a marijuana package. How amazing would that be? It's all you can smoke.
Oh my God.
How awesome would that be?
Do you know how many people would be
Would that
missing
make
at sea?
Okay, if you
Holy
were a
fuck.
pothead and you had a shit ton
Holy
of money,
There would be
that
so
would be
many
worth it,
people.
right?
There'd be so many people missing. I'm just saying.
There'd
But
be a
they
lot
would
of
have had a
missing persons
magical
reports.
time.
Yeah. They're all they're like, what happened to Jim? I don't know. He went outside and I don't know. He just tipped over the side. Oh my God. Maybe they'll have the galactic net.
Um,
Oh man,
Farkoff
all of
says
these actors would be
for
getting
6,000 you
smoke.
can stay a week
They get a
at
second
the
hand.
over resorts with airline tickets and park tickets.
Yeah.
Yep. Generation Production says at Mr. Zod's Phantom
Oh
Zone.
God.
Hey, question. Want to hear the shortest Star Wars joke? Sure. Answer. Guido. Shot
You
first.
just said Guido?
Guido.
Greedo.
What the fuck? You are from New Jersey.
Hey, forget about it.
No, you're from the Jersey Shore. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with
Hey,
you? Why did
hey.
you
Oh
say
my God.
Guido?
Don't you ever invoke the
I'm not trying to be mean, but this whole like cruise ship thing is really cringe as fuck.
It
I mean,
really is. Unless the dab pen is real.
So,
I have a
It's
question,
not a
PB.
dab pen.
PB, if you had like if that drink and you got the drink package, you can get that drink as much as you want, and it comes with a dab pen. Would it make it worth it?
Like how much is in it? How like I can't smoke it fast enough. Like you could, I don't think you could smoke it fast enough to make it worth
buy the drink,
thousands of
you
dollars.
get a pen.
Thousands of dollars. And you gotta buy the drink. Holy fucking shit!
No. If
Oh
you
my
get the
God.
drink package with it,
Right. Okay. Either way, I don't think you could smoke and drink enough to make it worth
you can
thousands of
take the
dollars.
pens home, you idiot.
Oh my God! Take the pens and be like, okay, give me
You
another.
can
Give me another
easily
just
get
fucking
your money back
slosh.
by reselling the dab pens.
Be like, it's 2 PM, and they'll be like, "What are you doing?" So I'll be like, "Oh,
You're not thinking about this economically.
I wasn't. I was thinking about the experience.
You
How
can
am I
sell
supposed?
those dab pens
How am
for
I supposed to
$1,000 each.
hold
You
my
get, like,
lightsaber?
you get 10 of those a day, and
your
they'll think you're an
lightsaber could have a
alcoholic. You'll
built-in
get
blood
20 of
holder.
them. Boom, profit.
Oh,
Mhm.
Jenny
It fades
Dab-
and it kills.
Exclusive Galactic Starcruiser dab pens.
Jesus Christ.
That's what's
Jenny
hot in
Dab-
the streets.
I'm sorry, I'm really focused on that one drink and the fact that you get
Are
a
you gonna
dab
be
pen.
Are you gonna be sad if it's not what you think it is though? Like you find out it's like, I don't know, some kind of powdered coffee crap or something from, you know what I mean? Like they're just trying to
Oh
be,
my
that they're
God.
putting in the drink.
yeah. Oh, if you put it here, it fizzes. You know,
I'll
something like
ask
that,
for
like,
a refund.
or if it's like Pop Rocks or something.
No. I'm only. It's probably some bullshit like that, but I'm just thinking hypothetically.
Right.
Justin's gonna be like, I was misled in your article. I was ready to promote on my YouTube channel about your dab pens, and now, sir, I want my 6,000.
Yeah, give me my money back.
Okay, yeah, asking Disney back for money. Ask ScarJo how that went.
Oh shit. Oh, Mega Jetty had a joke though. He said, "Where do Sith Lords go to on the weekends?"
I don't know.
no.
Or why? What is it? Where do Sith Lords go on the weekends? And then he says, "Mall," because everything is half off. Holy shit! Oh shit!
There was a good one.
I like it.
Sorry,
go ahead.
Janie Davis says, I have a serious and not at all PC question. Is one of those aliens a person who would have been put in a freak show in the olden days? That doesn't look like makeup or CGI.
What?
Oh my god! Yeah, they're saving that money. That's that Disney money. They're saving that cash.
Like, I mean, that's what. Hey, you put out the casting call. You're like, we need the ugliest human that you can possibly find, and that's how you rip out your family members. You're like, hey man, I I found a casting call for you in the fucking
That's so
newspaper.
fucked up, dude.
Wow.
Laura B said a while back, she was like, from Putin to Star Wars makes sense. Yep, welcome to the Phantom Zone.
Better be a large fucking joint.
The joint the joint better be as large as a lightsaber. I agree. Chroma wants to be fucked up. I feel you, man. He's like, fuck it. I don't want to hold my lightsaber by the end of it. I want to be like in a coma because they told me you need to be in a coma to drop 6,000 on this experience. So
No
that's what I'm looking
shit. That's insane. That's just
no.
so God. That's so expensive. I don't. Whatever, Disney, you suck. You don't make anything family fun. You money guzzling pieces of shit.
Like, so thoughts.
Oh well, I vented mine.
Justin, are you
If
gonna
it
spend?
weren't for the dab pens, oh man, this would totally not be worth it at all. This is a complete insult to what Walt Disney really wanted, and it goes back to what he said when it was during his opening speech for Disneyland. Disneyland is your land. Now it's the land of whoever can fucking afford it.
Jenny Godden
And
said,
it's no longer your land. It is soon to be the 1%'s land.
Jenny
And
Godden,
everyone else can go fuck themselves. That's it.
Jenny Godden says, I still paid less on my cruise. I went on though, and I paid for a penthouse room. Damn it. LOL.
You paid less than $6,000 for the cruise. Wow.
Yeah, so that's crazy because I have seen cruises. You can go on just regular fucking cruises for way cheaper than that.
Well, hold on. Can I go on an irregular cruise for cheaper than that?
Yeah, you could probably go and fucking sell Pinocchio's boat into that big ass whale and still get a better deal.
Could I go on a semi-regular cruise for cheaper than that?
You can go on a transatlantic cruise for cheaper than that.
You can go on a trans cruise.
All of
for
this
cheaper
sounds
than that.
dangerous, man.
That's
Like
true.
those boats tip over.
Oh God. Oh, looks like
Oh.
Johnny's trial might be televised. Oh my.
I will be tuning in. Maybe I'll do some watch alongs because unlike Britain and
Maybe I'll try and gain some subscribers. What was that, Zod?
Hey, you actually, the funny thing is my daughter had never seen Pirates of the Caribbean, so we were watching that today, and she was having a blast. And I go, yeah, honey, this was when Disney used to write original stuff. This was back when they had
That's the
character
Disney
development.
movie that you decide to watch during February, not Black Panther.
No, I watched it again. Me and Bitchy actually watched it. Actually,
yeah, well,
I should do a live.
I'm pretty confident that you lied to everybody and you're not going to have your review out before February's up because there's only 2 days left.
I mean, me and Bitchy could theoretically do a just bitching on
But
that.
you're not going to.
You're not going to, and you know what's not helping? You're procrastinating because we're still on this fucking stream and we are not getting to the end yet. Let's just do it. Like we've gone for 3.5 hours. It's almost 5 in the fucking morning.
You say that we've gone for 3.5 hours, but fuck, I was late and you were even later.
Where's it 5 o'clock in the morning?
It's not about us, really. It's about Zod. Zod has been doing this for 3.5 hours. It's about time we wrap this fucking thing up so you can get to your fucking Black Panther review. Because it's not a leap year. You don't have an extra day for it. So get it the fuck over with. Or you can wait another goddamn year.
So
sorry if that sounds harsh, but
no, it's okay.
I have some feelings on this.
Jesus Christ. All right. Thank you, everybody. We've had a great conversation. Let's get to our favorite section Justin's
Oh,
rapid
yay.
fire. Okay, so Justin, couple of serious ones. Let's see how he tackles this. No pressure. Well, and then I lead with this. The views, Joy Behar sparks an uproar over tone-deaf comment about Russian-Ukrainian crisis, and I'm going to ad-lib the rest. Her fucking vacation to Italy. Dumb cunt. Go.
Well,
No,
I mean,
no, that was
what
perfect.
has she ever said anything that wasn't tone deaf?
True.
Fair enough. Italians' luxury sector and
What did
Belgium's
you just
diamond leaders. Fuck, it got cut off.
I don't know.
Basically,
You
the
might
diamond.
want to. No, you might want to just try again.
Diamond company that's in Italy hesitates on sanctions because they're going to lose money. Go. I paraphrased it.
I don't care. I'm not rich enough to afford diamonds anyway, yet. I don't care what the fuck they do. They're just shiny rocks. Who gives a flying fuck?
Good night, Mega Jetty.
Sean Penn on the ground in Ukraine filming a documentary.
He's on the ground. Did they get him? Shit. Or did he just pass out because of the weed that he smoked? That's
First
a Fast Times reference.
First take is the best take.
Pentagon worries its weak Nintendo generation breaks too easily to withstand war.
And not surprising, they're a bunch of fucking pussies. Moving on.
Russia seizes Chernobyl, and Ukraine says radiation levels are a little bit higher, because it got cut off. So I'm just ad-libbing that.
Well, since Joy Behar's vacation to Italy was canceled, hey, maybe that'd be a good destination. I'd take it into consideration. Why not?
Jeez.
I mean, and think about the view. It would be very nice, especially after you came back.
Oh.
Star Wars Galactic Starcruiser, worth the price tag. If you I hate when it does this, are willing to let loose and play.
Play what?
All of the activities that they have on the cruise.
All three? No thanks.
Yes, all three.
Look, I said this earlier, and I'll say it again. Unless that drink comes with a fucking dab pen, I'm out. It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
You're all about getting high, aren't you?
Well, look who's talking.
You're talking. You're on the screen.
So are you.
Well, now I am.
Oh my god.
So thank you everybody for coming.
PB, if we both go together, we will make a shit ton
I'm
of
not
money
going on a
selling
cruise
those
with
dab
you,
pens.
homo.
No, I think you should. This would be amazing. You should do it and then do. Oh my god! And Squirrel, do you see it? Who else could they go with that absolutely loves Disney?
Where are we going?
How great of a stream!
Wait a minute. Is that
Michael K?
Oh, that motherfucker!
Justin,
he gets all
Wait
that
a second.
shit for
Wait a
free.
second. Wait a second. The option was 2 people or 3 adults and a child. Where in
So
the
bring
fuck
me.
are? Yeah, I
There you
guess that
go.
would qualify as child size.
Well, I mean, well, Zod's a man child. He can come with us.
That's what I just said.
So there we go.
Doesn't
We've
he
got-
count? He doesn't like The Last Jedi.
Oh my
I mean,
god.
Terrible.
That room would be so crowded.
It would be magical, Squirrel.
And all you would hear is PB yelling at Michael K and Justin going, I'm sorry. He just gets angry. I don't know. PB, put
I'm
down the
having a
lightsaber."
magical time, Michael.
Could you picture he would annoy us in like 3 seconds because he'd be filming the fucking bathroom in his shoes and we'd be like, Michael, you're streaming. Why are you
Just fucking relax.
It's like, hey, this is the bathroom, and I open up the shower curtain, like, Michael, get the fuck out!
Oh my god. Star Wars Galactic.
Like he'll be filming a video at like 6 a.m. He's like, "Hey guys!" Like, "Oh my god, stop waking us up!"
Dude,
Oh
what
my
you
God.
know that you know
Honestly,
you know
I
he's
think that
going
would
on
be
this
a
cruise
really
as
good
soon as he can.
collaboration video.
Oh yeah.
Like that he would. do
Did
his
he already
thing,
go
but
on
we
it?
would also parody it and just
Not yet.
it would all be good setups. Like,
We
oh
sure?
my god, it's 6 a.m.
night.
Stop it.
Good night to Generation Productions. He
I think
says
it'd actually
later,
be I'm
Timberland
actually
Penn.
now down with this idea.
Okay,
Oh
hold
my
on. I'm gonna check Michael K's channel. Let's
Oh,
see
shit.
if he's got.
I gotta go to bed, dude.
Yeah,
Aw.
let's wrap it up.
I do. I gotta move a comm squirrel.
Oh,
No,
all right,
no, let's wrap it up before Squirrel leaves.
Okay, so let's plug channels. Yeah, I'll check out Michael K's YouTube, and if we see anything on the cruise, we'll get to experience it through the eyes of Michael K without having to spend $6,000 or 1,200.
Ugh, yeah.
So let's go down the line. Squirrel, what do you got coming up?
Dude, I don't know. I will be on Shalena's stream this week on Thursday instead of on Tuesday. And I know I'm gonna be getting with Big Rich to do our podcast thing. With all the stuff going on with Russia and all that shit, we're kind of following it right now, and also just all the stuff, the cause and effects of this. So I don't know yet. I'll post it on my Twitter right now. I'm just covering Ukraine stuff nonstop and talking to other people and gathering information. And there's a bunch of stuff I couldn't share at all tonight because, well, it's still playing out. So it'll be interesting. But anyways, that's all for me, though. I hope everyone has a safe week and stays safe and don't let this crazy shit get, too far. Take a break. People are,
And not to be insensitive about the situation, but I told you there was going to be jokes, so brace yourself. This shit better not pop off until March 4th. After that, I don't give a fuck if the world ends. But goddamn it, I have waited for the fucking Batman. This is my anticipated movie, and with my fucking luck, the world's gonna fucking end before I get to see the greatest fucking Batman we've ever had. So Russia, if you still have a fucking heart in there, okay, don't start shit. Just let Pattinson have his day, and then whatever. Okay, I was hopeful for a trilogy, but shit happens. I was hoping to get Sean Penn in the trilogy. It's maybe the joke.
Oh God.
But yeah.
Why?
But no. Please, March 4th. Can we just let that happen? I need this movie to make a billion.
Give it a week and see what happens.
And the next compassionate member we have on the panel, Justin Proper. What do you got coming up? I hear you are around a lot of bullshit.
God,
yeah, I mean, I join you every week.
Touche, my friend.
Hi,
touche.
I'm Justin. I have a channel. Go check it out.
Oh my God. Putin's going to see this and give up.
Yeah.
He's going to see all of us. And he's going to be
hey,
like,
on the
done.
bright side, I prevented World War III. Thank you very much. I will be taking my checks. Please subscribe to the channel as I post about this every day.
You'll be getting some of those millions.
I hope
so.
So.
Yeah, that would be another cliffhanger. The Depp trial. With our luck, Amber Heard will get a fucking way with it. Thanks, Putin. You've committed 2 crimes. Crimes against humanity and saving fucking bitches. Don't do it, Putin. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. That's all we're asking. Okay. We need some justice, and we need fucking Batman. And then after that,
Yeah,
the
we
Hey,
world
know
here's a
you
will-
want to see
compromise.
fucking Batman,
Batman v
guy. We're
Superman,
trying
Dawn
to
of
wrap up
Justice. You
the
get
show. For the love of God, go to your favorite social media, search Pop Culture PB. That's me. Click one of the buttons. They're all different on social media.
Aw.
Oh, and before I forget, Zod
God
is so
damn.
racist. He's actually offended that Joy Behar is Whoopi Goldberg's lapdog.
I am. Where's the pride?
Oh my God. This is why Rich didn't come back. He's like, yeah,
Oh,
there's a big
shit.
outage. No kidding.
There you go.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, Chad.